The Main Event Show is broadcasted live Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in at eventlevel.com. iPhone users tune in at ip.eventlevel.com. BlackBerry and HTC users tune in at bb.eventlevel.com. The Main Event Show is a syndicated webcast of the Indie Republic Network, hosted by MasterWillz, featuring co-hosts Ragamuffin, John O. Blaze, Leffy, Rick O., Deep Freeze, DB, DJ Watts, and special guest. Join eventlevel.com, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This bout is presented to you by Event Level Productions and is broadcasted on eventlevel.com. Your judges for tonight are Dr. Deep Freeze, DJ Watts, and Cyber Narcotics. Your referee is the Honorable Sayjin Tyler. Now, live, it's time! Standing in his corner at 6'1", weighing at 185 pounds, fighting the style of Good Jiu-Jitsu. The undisputed champion of cyberspace, MasterWillz! Yo, what up? What up, everybody? On eventlevel.com, and I got a crazy show lined up for you. Very excited to have ZNUFF Star with me. Incredibly cool music artist, man, definitely. But tonight I'm joined by Rick O.
Yo.
What up? And the ghost in the shell himself, DJ Watts. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
What's popping off, guys? Rico, dude, what happened? I heard your Facebook.
Oh, man. I don't even know where to begin with that, man. I'm so pissed off, man. I could fucking chew up nails and spit out quarters on that shit. I woke up this morning on my day off to do my normal, business routine, checking, Facebook emails, writing fans back and stuff like that. And I log into my Facebook and it's been suspended. They disabled my Facebook account for apparently uploading a photo that was, I guess, nude or something like that. I don't know, but what it is now.
Whoa! You uploaded a nude picture?
Oh hell no! I had in 2003. I was diagnosed with lymphoma. I had bad lymph nodes go bad in my abdomen, and I had to have surgery. I went in for what I thought was a hernia, and when I woke up, they were like, hey, we removed two very malignant lymph nodes from your body, and we're going to have to give you some medicine and, check in on you, and you have to get a blood test every year for the rest of your life. But hey, more power to you. So I took a picture of the scar. The scar is actually on my belt line, and it goes down like the inside of my leg, basically. Well, I didn't have the beans and Frank out, so to say. So I was just taking pictures of the scar, and there's a little flash of some hair, not much, but just enough to have gotten it probably suspended. I don't know. They were very vague when they sent me the email. There was also another picture that I had uploaded when I was drunk that I stabbed through a Milwaukee Best ice can with a Special Forces knife. So if Miller had a problem with it, I'm sorry. I like your beer.
It's the cyber police.
Yep. Yeah, I know, man. But the fact of the matter is that I'm pissed off because it wasn't showing anything other than my scar and my belly hair. It wasn't my pube hair. It was my belly hair.
Hey, Watts had a question for you.
Was it a penis-shaped scar?
No, it was not a penis-shaped scar.
Did your face look like a penis in the picture?
No, my face wasn't even in the picture. But I am a dickhead.
That's horrible, man. It's Obama and Biden's cyber police at work coming for.
I don't even know what it is. It pisses me off, is what it is. So I have to wait for like them to get back to me on whether or not what pictures they're removing from my face. But taking into consideration, I have like hundreds. So I'm thumbing through all of them.
So DJ Watts, what's been up with you, man?
Not much, man. Just a whole lot of classwork and not really too much else.
Did you get to check out what's up with your boy John Jones?
John Jones. I saw that match, man. It was brutal. Kind of hard to watch Shogun getting beat down like that.
Wow, dude. Can anybody take this guy? I mean, is this a new era?
I think it is a new era. I mean, Shogun, I think that he's probably overall going to be, a more skilled mixed martial artist. But Bones, he's just, they've been throwing the term around new breed, man. He's just brought up in a different era of mixed martial arts training. Like a guy like Shogun, he didn't come up studying everything the way Jones is studying.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be tough to beat, for real.
Yeah.
We had a pretty solid final round show last Thursday night, which we do our sports show every Thursday from 9 to 11. We had an interview with John Doomsday Howard, so shouts out to him, definitely. Man, crazy. Elizabeth Taylor died today.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. She's what, 79?
Yeah.
It's sad.
She lived longer than the guy that wrote her will.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Would you bang Elizabeth Taylor?
Back in the day, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day. Oh, wouldn't you?
What man wouldn't? I mean, you'd have to be mentally handicapped, and even the mentally handicapped would be like, that's a pretty pussy!
Wow.
Something wrong with you, man. Hey, DJ Watts, you been listening to music? New music or anything? What you been listening to?
Not really too much new stuff. Man, I think the latest new album I listened to was Exilarch by Conjure One.
Exilarch. I've never heard of that. Conjure One?
Yep.
What kind of band is that?
Man, they're pretty varied in what they do. He does a lot of like kind of like ethereal dance stuff. I'll have to put some links up on the site or something, get some people a little taste of the flavor.
Oh, hell yeah. And then you got your own YouTube channel, right? With music?
Oh, right on.
Yeah. What's your YouTube channel?
And let me, I don't remember my exact username. Let's see if I'm logged in. If I'm logged in, I'll get the name for it. Well, I was about to email myself with the forgot your username.
No problem, man. But you're making. I was listening to your music, man. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I have some newer stuff I'm gonna have to upload. I haven't really had too much time to work on it, but every now and then I'll get a little bit of a break. I'll be like, all right, I'll turn on the Fruity Loop, see what happens.
I mean, I think some of the best times I had is you coming over here and have a little herbal inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
And jump into some Fruity Loops, man. And jam
man, those
out,
are some of my favorite memories from my Lexington era. You live right next to me, pretty much, and I could just go hang out.
Yeah.
Just like you said, work on the Fruity Loops. Yates would come over sometimes.
Yeah, man. We'd have been like the new Neptunes. Had a Blasian. I only got a white guy. All we knew was an Asian dude.
Racist. That's racist. Racist. Racist.
But anyway, man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to get ZNUFF on the line and get into this interview. And you guys are going to like ZNUFF, for real. So this dude is crazy. Incredible artist, too. Oh, I'll take that back. We were not going to get it, man. But we're going to take a quick break real quick. ZNUFF's coming up at 9 o'clock. So we're going to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back.
Rock with me and FB for the devil. Drink something on me. Smoke me. Drink something on me. Get you high, baby. Got that West Coast feel to it, though. Seattle. It's on me. Portland, what up, baby? Smoke some. Drink some. It's on me, nigga. Crack the Dutch, take the guts out. Put something in it that's spinach so we can smoke out. Nah, ain't shit free, but go ahead and toke up. This one's on me. A cup of yak tilted back, I'm good. What you burning coming out that backwood? I know I'm fly than the mother suckers. Smoke what I smoke, so I'm high than the motherfucker. So after this, what's next? All I know, I got a champ black on deck. If you go to the store, come back with a vanilla wrap. I'm putting all that Vancouver up in that. Smoking, getting lifted. You know when niggas high, they be wanting to spit shit. Devious sounds got the beat knocking. We puff past, and then we keep rocking. What up? Smoke something, drink something on me. Smoke something, drink something on me. Smoke something, drink something on me. Cook out, we wild out with a fifth of liquor. Smoke some, drink some. It's on me, nigga. Smoke some, drink some. It's on me, nigga.
Hey, Dro, what you tryna scroll up? Fuck it, go nuts, drink liquor till you throw up. Roll a blunt, face it, and get wasted. Take a shot of this vodka, don't chase it. I'm so hazy. Give a fuck, rolling up like my father. Holler if you tryna smoke, maybe. And I ain't lighting up for no lady. But if she brung a box of vanilla Dutchess, then she can go crazy. I got an O waiting, or the fine green. If they find me, all I tell them is no statement. Leave the pigs in the oven with the stove baking. Blowing the scum even while I'm on probation. Like all the time I unwind in the cold basement. Smell me a mile away, you got no fragrance. And we so patient while we dough chasing. So sip something on me, keep your donation.
Smoke something, drink something on me. Smoke something, drink something on me. Smoke something, drink something on me. Cook out, we wild out with a fifth of liquor. Smoke some, drink some. It's on me, nigga. Smoke some, drink some. It's on me, nigga.
Knocking on doors, niggas is adios. Vacate somewhere far away from the mighty gone. So man, wherever I lay my hat, I call my home. When I strut and diddy by, I call it my zone. If it ain't about music, money, good shit, pussy, don't call my phone. I'm gone running, hoes, I don't want them. Nigga, frigid cold, stunting, you froze with no money. Translation to Jews, you bought Q, but you should've two better shoes for your blouse with gold buttons, man. Translation, most you niggas is grown women's with more tendencies of a bitch than your mother. And I'm so the number one, so well, I'm controlling. They give it to me, I'm soul man, I got my own man, and I could only keep it real.
I say I'm cleaner than the border health. And if ever been in my presence and blessed, you ought to felt. Yeah, if you feel a certain sort of way about me, then get the fuck from around me, that ought to help, nigga. Why torture oneself? See niggas burn alive with envy, yet they set the fire and torch themselves. They will pay and die 1,000 deaths. Coward, yes, this type of fate they brought for self. For me, see, I was brought here to teach and be taught myself. I do for family and community through charity. The reasons why I sought for wealth with whole heart and soul. Verily, I offer help. Apparently, I offer swell. I cause emotionalist hearts to melt, to feel and heal the cause so they too may offer help. Most hardships of all but felt. Regardless, go hard, I got God and self.
I got my own man, I'm controlling. say I tolerate no nonsense into a lot of cake. I gotta make dope pound yens. You've been trapping for years and ain't got one brown cent. I've been rapping for years like I had no damn sense, and they just now feeling the kid. I'm talking worldwide, I'm talking O's, they talking yeah right. I'm talking not one chicken bed, I sleep with Blair out. This time I'm like a hair out. I got them twisting up their bed, biting furs and riding old school, practicing the slang we using in the mirror. You the one who got me here now. I'm styling, I'm the one who got me gear out. When I was left by my lonely, by my homie, that was square foe. I still love you, but nigga, I'm still thugging. You bugging, think you won't catch a slug, cause I'm the motherfucker. So man, got my own man. I'm controlling. Now give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I'm so man. I got my own man, and I can only give it to you. I'm so man. I got my own man. I'm controlling. Now give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I'm so man. I got my own man, and I can only give it to you.
Join eventlevel.com and together we can rule the galaxy.
Wow, what up, everybody? You're back on the main event with MasterWillz. Got on the line with me, Rico, DJ Watts, and DB just joining us too. But I also like to talk about, also right now going on is the Black and Wild show on TwoBigTV.com. But I want to talk about another show and some guests we have in the studio right now. DJ Rocco and Lieutenant Dan with Technology Radio, TwoBigTV.com. What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Yo, I think it's real interesting that you have on Long Stroke McGee. That's my cousin.
Oh, really? That dude's a freak, man.
He's not a very nice guy. I've met him a couple of times. He's a pretty upset Scottish guy. What the hell's the story behind that?
He sounds pretty freaky.
Yeah, I mean, he's with family. You know what I mean? He don't really fuck with nobody. So, yo, man, thanks a lot for having us come on, and come on and rock out and so we can connect with old family and new family.
Oh yeah, definitely. Tell us about this show, man. You're Rocco.
Well,
sorry. Go ahead.
Basically, it's 3 DJs. We're from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
City boys,
from up top. And I'm actually not a DJ. I kind of just come on and like provide levity, you know what I mean, and talk shit, with the technology DJs. And that's my man sitting right next to me, DJ Lieutenant Dan.
Yes, sir.
And our other two people is DJ Surreal and DJ Solo. And each one of these boys gets in there and does their thing for about 20 minutes apiece. And they touch different sides of the music. And they each they'll come up with their own sets. And they might decide that each one of them is gonna highlight a different artist or a different city or whatever the fuck they want to do. And in between, we just get in and talk shit.
That's word. It's crazy, man. 3 DJs ripping it, and you play all sorts of music. What kind of music do you play usually?
Mostly, unsigned hip hop artists. Signed hip hop artists, old school, new school. Basically, if we think it's dope, we'll play it.
Right. It's mostly hip hop, but there's no. It's not like we're just gonna play some New York hip hop, or we're just gonna play hip hop.
Yeah.
Here or this type or that type. Whatever. If it's dope, we like it, we play it. And, we're also going to be having all types of, young, hungry MCs. There's going to be MC battles and ciphers and young kids that are producers coming up, getting their material out, live battles. And, we want to encourage people to call in and we can get people calling in on Skype doing the, getting people to freestyle over beats, and that whole, that kind of essence thing, where it's where it's just open.
We're here for the people.
Hell yeah.
gente. Mi gente.
Peoples.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we definitely.
So what was that, DB?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did you three get hooked up? How did you get Lieutenant Dan on your shrimp boat?
Well, to be honest, we all have known each other for years. All of us have known each other for years. We go back, you know, we pretty much all go back for years and years and years. We grew up around one another, went to school together, you know, so it's just a family thing. You know, I mean, this is just we all have a great love for music, and instead of playing cards on Thursday night, we get together and make a radio show.
Play music.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
Now, I think this happened in New York. Let me ask you about this.
So how about you guys?
What do you mean? What about us, guys?
Well, I mean, say like, you know, you guys how did you guys hook up? I'm gonna turn the tables on you. We're gonna make this interview about you.
Tables. They have
Sworn together by a bond.
I'm actually Will's second brother.
Are you guys blood brothers?
We're all connected. So, you know, that's just how it is in Kentucky. You know, you're either a cousin or a brother.
You got to get in where it fits in. You know what I'm saying?
We're connected by the Matrix.
Or you might be both.
Might be both.
Might be a cousin and a brother.
That's my.
That's my daddy uncle.
Daddy Uncle Joe.
Hey, let me ask you about this crazy show. All right,
where's Daddy Joe?
It's Good Morning America. That studios is that in New York? Good Morning America.
Yeah. You mean Chris Brown studio?
That crazy Chris Brown went off the handle and tried to throw a freaking chair through the window. What the hell's up with that, dude? Did you guys know about this?
I think it was better than a woman.
Oh.
Better chair than a woman.
For those of you that don't know, you know, you live in a rock, or, you know, and I understand most people come to eventlevel.com. Looks like we got an anonymous caller calling in. Let's see what this.
It's Chris Brown.
It's Chris Brown. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Caller. Damn.
Hide your windows. Hide your doors.
Yeah, for you listening right now, we're live. You can call in 502-365-5600, main event, eventlevel.com. But for all y'all don't know, Chris Brown, beat up Rihanna, got invited to Good Morning America, and was there to talk about his new album. The lady there kept questioning him about his restraining order, him going through a struggle. And he's like, I'm just here to talk about my album. Well, apparently he went back to the dressing room and was so mad that he just started breaking stuff, ripping his shirt off, cussing, causing a storm, tried to throw a chair through the window and busted it open, put a pretty big crack in it, and then he tried to fight the producer. Went off the handle. Not good for your image there.
I think that's progress.
You think that's progress?
What do you mean? Not good for whose image? Talk about a kid that's, you know what I'm saying, on the borderline. Maybe he needs a little thug juice up in his game. Maybe he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get his street cred up.
Maybe he needs just an ass whooping and
see what
he
happens,
just shut the fuck up.
See what happens to people that ask me about my girl. Shit broke.
Don't be talking about my girl. Be talking my life. Fuck you.
But realistically, Chris Brown, that happened a long time ago. It really did. It's 2 years ago. I feel like they're beating a dead horse with it. You know, he's gone through his justice system stuff with it. Let it be. Let him, live it down and go on about his career, because he's very talented. And, I heard some things about the situation where, none of us can know really what happened, but I heard she gave him some shit. I might smack a bitch if she knowingly gave me some shit, too, if I was, like, 17 when they started dating. I mean, it's a young kid. So,
she gave him what? She gave him what? Herpes?
No, the shit that burns, you know what I'm saying? Like pissing razor blades.
I don't know what it was, but I hear that she knew she had it, and then she fucked him, and pretty much gave it to him and knew about it, and so he flipped out and smacked her. Well, I don't know. There's two sides to every story on that. But regardless, he did do wrong. He did put his hands on a woman. He did pay his time for it.
What's that, Rocco?
I said, if that's the case, I think he should put it out. I mean, put it out. Look, the bitch is fucking dirty. You know, the bitch is dirty. She gave me something, so I beat her ass.
I'm pretty sure it did come out. I mean, when it was relevant. That's the point, is the non-relevancy. It's 2 years ago. If you're a news reporter, you should be looking about what's current, what's cutting edge. You'll never hear anybody on our program talking about 2 years ago when we have somebody on trying to promote their stuff. It's ridiculous, and there is a point where you have to let some things go, and I think that it's definitely the time for Chris Brown. Let him be, man. And as far as breaking the shit in the ABC studio, he could turn around and buy 178 fucking windows, and I'm sure that his people wrote a check for it 3 times everything that he broke in there, and, you know, fuck it.
Dude, way to defend a woman beater.
Word.
Dude, I've been a Chris Brown fan. You know what I'm saying? I get it popping. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Well, you know, I don't know if I can interject. I feel a little bit differently about that. I feel like, you know, if you're in the public eye, I mean, you choose to be in the public eye, everything you do is scrutinized, and you have to deal with it. You know, if you want to be a superstar and every little thing you do, I'm going to talk about it forever if I feel like it, and you just got to deal with it. Otherwise, you don't have to be a singer. You know, you could be a singer. I mean, if you're going to be in the public eye and you're so concerned about your image and you have a squeaky clean image that's not really about what you're about, then you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's and hold yourself, you know, to that whatever standard it is that you want to present to the public. If you want to be a squeaky clean boy singer, but if you're not really that, if you're about smacking a bitch in the face, then you should sing about that. And this way, when it happens in real life, then you don't have to worry about it. People can expect it.
Well, you know, man, he's got to learn how to deal with the media, man. I mean, unless he's pulling a Charlie Sheen, but I don't think he's that slick to pull a Charlie Sheen.
What Chris Brown's come out of more people's mouths over that tiny little incident with one broken window. I mean, it's been on every media outlet like it's this huge ordeal, and really, it's not really that big a deal.
Well, I'm saying you're out there, you're trying to put your new album out, you're trying to put good publicity about your album. You want to put this thing behind you, you know. You have to learn how to bow out of these situations gracefully every time they come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to get rid of that shadowy image, you know what I'm saying? You're not helping it by putting chairs through windows. You know what I mean? I mean, you may be getting some publicity to sell your album. Maybe that's it.
If any of you saw it, I wish I had recorded it. But you should go back and look at some of the news broadcastings about it. There was one in particular where this lady starts ripping into Chris Brown, and then stuff, not just, she goes, you know, he threw the chair through the window, and then he comes out with his shirt off. Who does that with all these crazy tattoos? And I'm just sitting there thinking, you know what I'm saying? And this crazy blonde hair, like, what's his deal? He's gone too far. He's really lost it with these tattoos and his hair. What does his personal style have to do with any issue that we're really talking about on this serious news program? His hair and his tattoos ain't got shit to do with the issue. So keep your opinion to yourself, lady.
But I disagree, because a person's mental state has a lot to do with their outer appearance. You know, a lot of people, when they're depressed and they go through, you know, they want to change themselves, they feel like changing their outer appearance is going to change something about themselves inside. You know, so a lot of times, it's like when Britney Spears was flipping the fuck out, the bitch went and shaved her head. Now, you know she was flipping out, and that shaving her head is a reflection of what's going on the inside. So whatever you see on the outside is certainly a reflection of what's going on the inside.
And we got a caller. You know? We got a caller on the line. We got a caller on the line. We got Blaze. Hold on. We got Blaze One joining us. What's up, Blaze One? What's up, buddy? You there? All right.
I got one more statement on that same subject, man. All I got to say is, in his short little tiny career, my man was bumping thong to thong 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 with his yellow hair and killing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He wasn't depressed.
Cisco?
He was killing that shit. Cisco, you know what I mean? Keeping it cold with the yellow hair.
Yeah.
Man.
No doubt.
You know what? Like, you know, back in high school, I know DJ Watts and Rico probably remember this. I dyed my hair blonde.
Remember that.
And the chicks were like, "Damn, you look like Cisco." I was like,
hell
"Yeah."
no.
I thought I was pimping, dude. I thought I was straight pimping.
You any time?
Cyber, if we can
like
get a picture of that, if we can get a picture of that in the chat, please make that happen.
It's my senior picture. That was my senior picture I brought home to my parents.
Oh, hell no.
Uh-oh, look, I think we got a caller. Let's see what's going on here. Yo, caller, what up? You're on the main event with MasterWillz.
What up? It's Morrow from Patterson. One half of the DJ Moschino movement.
What up?
P-Town.
I just wanted to shout out my man ZNUFF, man. You know, hollering at his music and all that. And he got hella support out here, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
hell yeah. They're looking out with you with, you know, making all that noticeable, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
love out there, too.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for giving your shout out. Definitely, Patterson, Jersey, stand up. A lot of talent out there, man. Definitely.
Yo, shout out to Nudgy
too,
from
What's that?
I said Block Stars Entertainment, too. That's the movement.
Block Stars in the building. What up, man? Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for calling in. Stay tuned. ZNUFF's going to be on here a little while.
Anytime, B.
All right, good luck.
Later.
Oh, man. Awesome, man. People are hyped, man. ZNUFF star. Huge, huge. Huge artist. So talented, man. I cannot emphasize that anymore. Well, anyway, we're just talking about Chris Brown. And then I didn't get into this last week, but did you guys get to catch the Donald Trump roast last week?
Yes, I did. Fucking hilarious. Worth its weight in gold. Best thing I've seen on TV in like 10 years. Mike, the situation, stands up there, and the whole audience is like crickets. And it was funny as shit because he was not funny at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. And it was terrible. His part was just, it was so bad. It was hilarious. It was golden TV because it was just terrible and should have never been aired. But it was live, so it was too fucking bad.
Did you guys get to check that out?
I caught the situation. Yeah, I don't watch Jersey Shore because I don't like them. You know, I don't like those guys. But when I watched it, I was just like, man, this is a train wreck. But I can't stop watching it.
Oh my god! Like, all right, so you got a bunch of people on there, a bunch of comedians, comics, hilarious people. You got Lisa Lampanelli, Queen of Mean, Larry King up there, Snoop Dogg. All these people, they probably had writers come in and write their material. And then this douchebag from fucking Jersey Shore gets up on there, the situation, and he just bombs so bad, man.
I mean, he's not a comedian because he's a 15 minutes of fame, tiny, tiny, tiny star. How does that make you a comedian in any way? I think they did it on purpose to get him to get up there and try to do it and fail.
Hey, Blaze One, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I agree with DB there. I think that's probably his plan all along. He's basically just trolling, you know.
Okay.
That's the personality he plays. He's a douchebag, and that's what he's making money off of.
I got a clip. It's a little lengthy, but here I got situation right here. It's worth listening again because it's just so awful how bad he bombs, man. Just listen to this clip, man.
EventsLevels.com. Can you believe this guy with his capped teeth, his hair products, and his fake tan? I mean, you're actually looking good, bro. Now, I know a lot of you people are here tonight to watch everyone shit on the dumb guy that all the Italians are ashamed of and disgusted by. You know, Lisa Lampanelli. Backstage, she took my hand and shoved it down her pants, and I pulled out Larry King's teeth. And Snoop's 2 Source Awards. Whitney, what's your deal? You look like the chicks I used to bang before I had all this money.
Do it, baby, do it.
You're a chick, right?
Okay, yeah.
On the Jersey Shore, we call ugly chicks grenades. But I actually wouldn't call you a grenade because you're not blowing up anytime soon. Hey, Hey, Jeff Ross, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Jeff, me and you have a lot in common, buddy.
What's that?
We're both from Jersey, and tonight's my first night doing comedy. Well...
It's also your last night, just so you know.
All right. Enough of that, enough. All right. I see you looking at me over there, Anthony Jezelnut. I know you're a little hater, but I know you're a funny dude as well. Because the other night I told one of your super funny jokes to a supermodel, and she was laughing while I was banging her brains out with the pile of money on the floor of my motherfucking mansion. So I got nothing against you, man. I got nothing against you. Because she's like the 5th model this week to do that. So, you know what I'm saying, right? Maybe not. All right. Oh, boo. Now let's get to the real situation. My man, Donald Trump.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, look at him. He's pimping. Not a lot of guys can pull off wearing a hat like that. People are hating on him because Trump is always firing people, but it's kind of okay because he completely let himself go anyway. Donald. Hey, chill. You know what, Donald? You got the tan, you got the laundry down, but you got to hit the gym, pork chop. But, Donald, I like how you roll. I've seen pictures of your house. Everything in your house is gold. Who the decorated your house? Flavor Flav's dentist? I'll say this, though. Your wife is hot. The best part is she married you for love. Yup. She loves money. Oh, hey, what are you going to do? Hey!
Come on, let him do his thing. Come on. Let him do it. Look.
Read it. All right. Donald Trump, you're a baller. You're a shot caller. You run the game and give the buildings your name. You're the real deal. And I hope someday I can roll Trump style.
You called him Chump, not Trump. It's Trump. You said Donald Trump.
Really? Well, maybe comedy ain't my game right now, but...
It's all right.
Why don't you finish
Can I just show them something?
Show them.
You know the situation?
Yeah. That definitely is the situation right there.
They call me the saturation.
Or you know what? Actually, the catastrophe. But thanks for letting me here tonight.
Thank you.
Anyway, man, God.
That was terrible.
Awful, man. The dude bombed. And, like, he was sitting next to... You heard laughter. That's because people were so silent and not laughing at his jokes because they were so terrible, and then they start laughing.
I was going to say the same thing. You can't see the timing in the people's faces. People are laughing because they're looking around at each other, and they realize it's terrible, and then they laugh because it's terrible, not because it's funny.
Oh, my God. And the thing is that apparently...
He actually...
What's that?
He actually would have been okay. I was saying he actually would have been okay if he would have just did like the first 3 jokes and then pieced himself off the stage.
I was saying that too. Like it was definitely a lot funnier those first 3 jokes than what I remember it being. I thought he was actually off to a pretty decent start, but then took a wrong turn.
Well, apparently some of the stuff was edited, and he made like some sort of racial joke to Snoop Dogg, which like Snoop Dogg. You can see some like damn, I can't remember exactly what he said, but you can see he's sitting next to Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg's like, "Don't touch me, man!" Like, just crazy. You gotta love seeing that dude bomb now.
Yeah, I really can't stand any of those motherfuckers.
God, man, please.
Especially being an Italian guy, I like, my family comes from Italy, and it's kind of like, it's just kind of embarrassing, I have to say, man, that.
But really, it's not, man. They pick those people on purpose. They pick those people because they're drama. Young people are all wilding out like that. It's just like the light is on them, and everybody thinks that they're extra funny because they have a Jersey accent, and it's unusual to most Americans. They don't hear it every day, so they, it could be anybody. I feel like it's not really that bad. Everybody in Jersey right on that strip's doing that same shit, same kind of drama. They're just filming one group.
Yeah.
Hey, Blaze.
Yo.
What do you think about this stuff, man? This
Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
Man, I purposely keep all that stuff off my radar. I don't pay no attention to it.
It's awful, dude. It's gonna rot your brains.
They purposely make that stuff shitty just so people will watch it, man. It's negative, and I keep it out of my brain.
So that's what I'm talking about right there. That, it's impressionable upon little kids, that's what trips me out. Like, there's little kids. I mean, I'm gonna say little kids, but there you got at least like 18-year-olds having Jersey Shore parties, dressing up like the situation, like
bad parenting, man.
And all they want to do, calling girls grenades, and all they want to do is go out and bang chicks and get drunk. And this is what, people from 13 and up are watching, and it's just crazy.
That's what the human race is evolving into, or devolving, I should say.
Word. And you know what's even funny about that is, what's even funny about that is they don't even get laid like that.
Yeah.
They don't even get laid. I watched the show a couple of times. They might bring a girl back, and maybe one out of 10 bitches that they bring back there, they getting laid. They don't even get laid like that.
Why did the girls get pissed off because they're douchebags?
Yeah.
You know what?
Apparently.
I think the same thing's going on with the chicks too, man. Like, saying they've been growing up watching like Miley Cyrus, watching Hannah Montana, and now the chicks,
I mean, I gotta watch some of it because, you know what I'm saying, I like the balance. I feed the positive in my body with negative. So, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting to watch a different perspective and to see somebody fucking it up that bad. It makes me feel better about my own ambition and drive in life.
DB's a fan, dog. He's got like a Snooki poster in his room, and he goes all out.
I've actually been working on a song. It goes like this. It's like, let's get snooked up. Let's get snooked up.
Oh, man.
Like a club jam. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, DJ Rocco. DJ Luciano. Man, can you remix that, man? Let's get snooked up.
Let's do it, man. We can record it right over Skype.
Do it. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a under the radar idea. That might get signed. I might have to keep that one on the low.
Word. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a quick break. Before I go though, DJ Rocco, DJ Lieutenant Dan, you want to give a shout out? Tell people where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. I just want to thank you guys for for having us on your shit and being a part of the conversation. It was a lot of fun. And, everybody for listening. And just please check us out on www.2bigtv.com at 7 p.m. every Thursday night. Technology Radio, 7 p.m. just tomorrow night. It's right around the corner. It's a lot of fun, a lot of good music.
Word up. You heard that. Tune in tomorrow, 2bigtv.com, Technology Radio. You're going to hear 3 DJs chop it up. It's going to be sick, nasty. Shouts out to 2bigtv.com. We're going to hit a break. I'm going to hit you up with some indie music right now. 1221, who we had on here earlier and interviewed. You can check out that podcast. Great group if you want to check out more of their music, if you like the song. This is 1221 Confessions of an MC. Be right back.
Shout out Lieutenant Dan.
Keep the gallows.
verbal assassin. Even my Dutch calls me master rap. In a state of mind in the state of crime, New Jersey. Drop the news, the cop the name and embodied it. I'm a sit this pop shit, sick of political garbage. While by the writing it, you only get spins. Talking bitches and rims, yo, bam, I feel as if we a die breed. Like we the cops and this track is a crime scene. Stare at silence as witnesses to the vibes. When shit talking leaves mics outlined and chalk. Now do we walk away as if there's nothing to say, or put the nation on our back and pull them out of the grave? Enslaved our ears for years, survive with the liquor and weed. No longer silences the screams, now it's time to rise from the ashes. See my silhouette appear, then evanesce to my poetry's message. Confessions of an MC. You want none of us, man. You better ride on out. I'll just do it in time. In this world of mine, then I'm out. There's two of us, and those are on my mind right now. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. But you got knocked out in the rounds of the first. So drop the gossip with your ominous comments. Anonymous with sipping bottles of liquor to fix your confidence problems. They're obviously harbor farther within you than that dick in your mouth. So why you down giving dome? The world is clowning your slow down syndrome flow. Sounded like it afflicted your battle mission. See, around with me is bound to be your last breath, and now you heaven sent. Benevolent ways by radio airwaves got them giving these retarded rap artists a chance to play. See, you wanna be martyrs, arteries ceasing harder for bargaining with the prolific artist, and that's regardless of any garbage you wanna spit. You're messing with a visionary, not a bitch like you that mix a dictionary word you learn. The night before your song is written, throws in a Scottie Pippen dish, sits back and calls the shit, man. You want none of us, man. You better ride on out. I'll just do it in time. In this world of mine, then I'm out. There's two of us, and those are on my mind right now. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. Confessions of an MC. My lyrics bang on the block. From car speakers to boom boxes. Swap for a rock. From hard speakers. My chords deep in the mood. So when I execute my flow, it penetrates your soul and now your heart's weakened. Don't try to explain and navigate away from where you fail. You rest on the man to test your plan for success. On it's hardly me to no extent cause a degree. So evolve or decease. My decree is now carved in the beat. So marvelously. And you're bothered by my ominous creed. So vomit and bleed. You cowards as you swallow defeat, so hollow and meek. Your existence as my dominant seat overshadows you. Now the better man is obviously seen. Fall to your knees and bow your heads in my presence. I'm done fucking around with fake cats, cowards, and lesser men. I put it in pen and spit it to beats. The life and times of Jersey. Confessions of an MC. You want none of us, man. You better ride on out. I'll just do it in time. In this world of mine, then I'm out. There's two of us, and those are on my mind right now. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. Confessions of an MC.
Hey yo, man, Charlie Murphy, Freeze Love. EventLevel.com, check it out. They plant the seeds in his hat, sparkling flame.
Event Level TV.
What record is that from, huh? Begin.
What's that?
Tupac. They plant the seeds in his hat, sparkling flame. Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Run with me.
Hail Mary, can come with the seed. They plant the seeds in his hat, sparkling flame. Made him go kind of crazy, just a dirty shame.
Nah.
Join EventLevel.com and together we can rule the galaxy.
What up, everybody? You're back on the main event on EventLevel.com. We just got off the line with DJ Rocco and DJ Lieutenant Dan out from TooBigRadio.com. Shouts out to Too Big. Shouts out to Charlie Murphy there on the break, man. It's a little excerpt from our interview me and DB did with Charlie Murphy. Be on the lookout for that. Check out Charlie Murphy on his Facebook and on his Twitter at C Murphy Comedy. It's coming soon, man. It's gonna be live. Right now, though, I'm very excited to welcome our next guest. Very talented artist. representing Block Stars, Paterson, New Jersey. What up? Give it up for ZNUFF Star.
Hey, what up?
What's going on, brother? What's poppin'?
Hey, what's poppin' with y'all, man? I'm glad to be finally at ZNUFF.com. You already know, man. We've been running with y'all for a minute right now.
Yes, sir. So you running around New York? Where you at right now?
Well, I just left South Jersey. I just left the studio, Connect Media headquarters. That's the label. That's the label I'm signed to. Block Stars is under Connect Media. I just left the office building with Ted Tate, and I'm on the road driving through a blizzard, Mid-Jersey. It's snowing right now, so we might catch some snow for Easter out here. So,
man, you guys got floods, snow.
Yeah, right.
It's blowing my mind, man. It's like
yes,
you don't know what to expect out there.
For real, you definitely. It's like, man, it's like World War III out here, man. For real. On any given day, then that's on top of the rain and the floods and the snow, man. But I don't believe I've never seen no snow at this time of year, man, out here. This is a little crazy. It was just like 60 degrees 2 days ago, man. So, maybe it's some of that chemical stuff coming from Japan or something, man, causing this crazy
some nuclear
things
snow.
to be going down.
Nuclear snow. Hey, man.
What's going on with y'all, man?
Just doing the thing, man. So what have you been working on here lately?
We're working on the new EP is going to be dropping soon in a couple months. We just pushed the album back for a bit, rearrange some things, regroup a bit. You know what I mean? The game is always constantly changing. I'm always constantly evolving in so many different ways, especially musically. You know what I mean? I am a producer, songwriter, film dude, choreographer.
Oh my
dance
God.
moves, stylist, fly dude all around. So, I'm always changing. So the music changing with it. So, we have to go in there and rearrange some things, man. But they can expect the Rock EP should be coming real soon, man. We're gonna creep up on them with that joint. This is
What's
real.
it called? The Rocky?
The Rock. It's gonna be an EP with 4 rock joints. ZNUFF Star himself. Few different musicians on that project as well, man. And it's a joint that's been lingering around for a bit. Suicide, people know about that joint.
It's hot.
Heartbreak Girl. So those are 2 joints that will be on the EP. The 2 other new joints coming at you too as well, man. And bunch of mixtape projects coming up. 2 up-and-coming artists I've been working with that do their own thing, but I'm real proud of. Female artist from Jersey, Tennille Nicole, who is incredibly all around. Like, she's like a female version of me, I would say, man. And been working with her on a couple things. She's about to drop her new mixtape. And then another artist by the name of Jigs. We finished up his EP. That joint's gonna be crazy, man. And
So you
the Prince of the City, Bad Lungs, man.
Oh yeah, Bad Lungs, man. Represent. We just talked to him last Wednesday, man.
Yeah, man. I caught that interview and I told him, not even to be biased, but that was like, that kid is all over the place, man. Like interviews, live shows. I believe I'm gonna link up with him a little later. He got a show tonight, I believe, also. But that event level interview was like the best one I've heard so far, man. I was able to perform that. Yeah, man. I straight gave y'all wild kudos on that shit. If that's cool to say, kudos.
I got a good question for you, though. Something I've really been wanting to know for a while after watching your videos and hearing your music and kind of seeing your camp and the people that you work with and seeing the same faces video to video. And, I know a ton of artists that are unsigned completely. I didn't know you were signed to a label till right now. But it seems like you have a good process and a good team and some kind of structure to where you can pump out music and you can pump out videos, all a very quality product. What is the best advice you could give to a person young in the game who's trying to, just get their game up to where they can be productive the way that you're productive?
My best advice would be to them is to learn everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are that productive because of, I would like to say a lot of things, I started at a young age, man. I started DJing like 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I was b-boying and all that shit way in the game, so I knew every aspect of entertaining as far as, you know what I mean, the dance and the DJ, what songs move people, you know what I mean, what type of melodies. I grew up around a lot of musicians, so I somewhat know how to play a lot of instruments and dealt with a lot of graphic people and artists growing up and all that shit. So I would say to learn everything, you know what I mean, and your crew that's around you, you need more than just a dude that's, you know, that's going to come out to the club with you to fight. You know what I mean? Your boys, man, assign them positions. You know what I mean? Give people positions. Let somebody learn how to DJ in case you're not buzzing enough to get a big DJ behind you. Get a dude and work or hustle, get some equipment and start DJing. And that's his position. And you got one dude that loves to draw. Tell him to learn how to get into graphic design. And then that's your flyer dude. And you got one dude that's always like a nerd or a bookworm. You know what I mean? You assign him to be a manager or somewhat of a publicist at a low level. And, you know what I mean, things like that is what made us who we are right now, because there was a time where I wore all 10 hats. You know what I mean? So now it's like where I could just wear 5, where I could just be an artist. I mean, I'm always going to have so many hats just because I do so much shit in general, period. But that would be my thing. Every artist that I deal with, I love to teach them what it is that I know, because I was fortunate enough to be recording in studios probably since the age of 15. Shout out Bricktown Right Area Records. That was a label that was in Newark, New Jersey. I was signed to them around 90.
So why'd they pick you up when you were like 15, man? Like, so what?
I was running around. I was in North New Jersey. We had a spot called Skaters World, and it was where, if you would think back to like early Harlem World and New York when Kool Herc and it was going parties, Bambaataa and shit, like it was in my era. Skaters World was that spot that was like the T Connection and the Fever. So I would throw these 8 to 8 skates, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And Just Blaze, the producer, actually was the DJ. He comes from my original fam. Mm-hmm. Him and my man DJ AP. So I was always like performing in front of thousands, because we had 4 high schools in my city, three major high schools in my city, and one little performing arts joint. And we have all the kids from the school come in. So, you know, people were following my movement back then. We had cassette tapes, and you had to be on flyers, and you had to actually be places for somebody to see you. You couldn't shoot a little VHS video and upload it to YouTube. So, you know, I was just everywhere at that time, man. Shout out to Zanzibar. I mean, I remember being able to go to like Black Beat and Zanzibar and all these major clubs that were in New Jersey, and then the Tunnel and Limelight, because I was a crazy dancer. I was a house head. Whatever was moving in music, I was there. You know what I'm saying? So it was so, and I had that face and that style that people always just remember, is that personality. So if someone was to see me in New York, and then they're at some event in New Jersey, and they're like, yo, aren't you that kid? You know what I mean? My name was ZNUFF back then. So,
what was it?
ZNUFF, SHOZNUFF. So I got hella records out on like TV8 records at ZNUFF. It's house records overseas, import ZNUFF.
Were you watching The Last Dragon? Is that where you came that name?
Yeah, my grandmother named me that, actually. Like down south, older people would say, you know, instead of saying, is that right? I mean, y'all in Kentucky, you know what time it is, man. Old folk be like, oh, is that right? ZNUFF. So my grandma used to always call me ZNUFF, man. And,
so how'd that evolve into ZNUFF Star?
Because my name was ZNUFF Morningstar. Morningstar was the last name. The first name my father wanted to call me when I was born. Morningstar meaning the sun. So being that that's too much for somebody to pronounce, like ZNUFF Morningstar, as I evolved as an artist, I said, I'm going to just call myself ZNUFF Star. You know what I mean? And that way I kept that old soul that I had started in to begin with, but I evolved it to a man. So it's like calling a boy by his nickname as he gets older. That was just his first name most of the time. So, you know, like, as I evolved as an artist and a man, I became, you know, Star, man.
All right, well, talk about you evolving. I want to go ahead because you got a lot of fans online. I see your chest lighting up. Shouts out to Sexy Locks 24 out there. A lot of the Blockstars fan up in the chat, they want to get a taste of some ZNUFF flavor. Now, my man Cyber on the ones and twos, he wants to play Warrior.
I love Warrior, man.
So tell us a little bit about the song. Preview the song, and then we're gonna go to break with the song.
All right, I'll lead you into the joint. The song Warrior came from an album, Blue Hollywood 1975. Your people who out there be checking plays and all that, we're going to bring that play to people. Blue Hollywood 1975 was a whole project, almost like Pink Floyd's The Wall, but it was about my dad. And this whole, as you go through from track 1 to track 21, it's the story of his life from 15 to 19 when I was born. So Warrior was a time in that song where it got to that point where he became a warrior. He felt that all the people around him was warriors, so he wanted to speak about it. So here it is, Warrior, ZNUFF star of the Blue Hollywood 1975. Man, y'all now tune in to eventlevel.com. Salute.
Yeah, what's good? It's your boy Young LORD, and I got the fattest blunt in the world rolled up. About to check out the main event. You know it's going down. What up, MasterWillz? Shout out my people at eventlevel.com. Let's get it.
Wow, man. That's my shit right there. Warrior.
And I appreciate that joint, man. That joint, you know, that goes out to many different warriors, man. Cancer survivors, man, you know, 9/11 survivors, everyday stress survivors, man. Like, you know, that warrior applies to so many, man.
That's strong, man. And we have a cancer survivor on the line, too, where my co-host, Rick O, was just talking about that earlier, man.
Man, I salute you. I salute you, family, for real, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's something I don't really like to brag about, particularly because I mean, there's I know a couple people who have been diagnosed with several different forms of cancer too, and I never wanted to play off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I never really let out until recently. I contracted it, like I said, about 2003 earlier in the show, but you know, a lot of people like to play off of an illness like that, and I don't see a point in it. You know what I'm saying? Fight it. You know, don't try to be weak. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your fucking head straight and keep in the game.
Without question, man. But at the same time, you speaking about it gives those other people that strength. You know what I mean? I know so many survivors and a lot of young ones at that. You know what I mean? So I know that's very important for them to know that it's hope, man. And that's what that warrior is about, man. I salute all the warriors. Y'all warriors at event level for even doing what y'all do on a day-to-day basis, man. You already know, man. We got the heroes right now.
ZNUFF, man. You have such a big following, man. There's so many people that look up to you. Like you said, you've been doing this since you were 15. So many tracks you put out.
What's crazy to clear the air real I mean, I'm not being braggadocious or anything, but I've been rapping since the age of 5 years old, man. I've been performing since 5, but, 15, that's when I first got signed to my first indie and all that, man.
Damn, you came out the womb rapping and shit.
Man, basically, man, you should see my 2-year-old. That's all I'm going to say to you, man. You should see my 2-year-old son,
ZNUFF Jr.
Oh, my God. His name's Shadow Legend, man. He's a beast, man. Real talk. He's a beast. He out there performing with me at FD, man, summertime. Getting it right, man. Real talk, man.
Damn. Hey, I want to ask you about this video. We've been playing your videos, blasting them on Event Level TV. Some of my favorite videos. Definitely Story to Tell, White Girl, Freak Show, man. Tell me about Freak Show. Tell me about that film. And I mean, you talking about some freaky shit. I'm talking about girls in leathers, toe licking, all sorts of stuff that's like edgy as hell that I don't see. I mean, you're willing to do edgy stuff. You're willing to, mix in with some, metal tracks and rock stuff and other influences of music where other artists wouldn't dare to go, especially with leather and Freak Show.
And then the crazy thing with that, you know what I mean, is I'm an edgy dude, 24/7, man. You know what I mean?
And you a freak too, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm a freakazoid. You know what I mean? And the thing about me is, you know how you got certain friends, some dudes are just tough all the time and they're gangsters. Then you got, you got this certain different type of people. Me, I'm with freaks, punks, chumps, you know what I mean? Good people is good people. I don't care what, what they got with them. I always fuck with all kinds of people because I'm that type of dude. I'm multi, everything. You know what I mean? I got so many different makes, but Freak Show, that track was produced by Ted Tate, man. It was one of them incredible over-the-top joints, man. And when we first started to do the video, it could have went so many different ways, man. We could have went the uncut version because there's always women around wanting to do whatever, and the dude that actually directed that, Dan Casino, came up with the treatment. You know what I mean? So there were so many other things that we didn't get to do that were a little bit too edgy just because. But the dude behind that was Dan Casino, man. He did the treatment, and he came back to me and let me see what he had, and I was like, yeah, this is crazy. You know what I mean? I'm from that era of rock and roll that I love. Had the makeup and the pyrotechniques and all that. So when he told me, I want you to paint your face and you're gonna transform from your regular into this dude and all this, that, and the third, and we're gonna have my brother's gonna throw fire and this, that, and the third, and we casted it. We had so many people hitting us up, and then it was at the end of the day, we were just really getting started with the bigger projects. So we could have, had it out of control. We said we got a lot of things on the arm. That studio that we actually filmed in, I believe, was in it was a side of Rutgers campus that. We had an inside connect, so we got in there on the arm and had to shoot. So it was like, okay, bring 100 people, or let's bring 30 people or 20 people. So, we got together. I like to do things with the people that surround me. You know what I'm saying? So I have some of my artists there, some of my friends, some, family members. So it went down like that, man. Hitman Lean was in there sucking toes with chocolate.
Was that one of your boys sucking toes?
Yeah, that's my man Hitman Lean. That's the VP of Block Stars Entertainment right there. That's the man behind the graphics and shit. So
he's a freak, dog.
We like to keep things like that, man. You know what I mean? We like to keep things moving like such. But Freak Show was so fun to shoot, man. It was like a 3-day shoot. Another connect. We had like a nice little mansion up in the woods. It was a hellfire ride, man, from where we stay. But dude moved everything out of his house and just allowed us to do whatever. We had the 2 dominatrix that was real, and my man, I can't remember his name right now, but shout out to them, man. They actually, we had a ball, man. We had a ball with the sex props and all that. Me, I would have wanted to take it a little bit further, but you gotta maintain things and do it on a certain level when you want to get televised sometimes. But it was all good.
DJ Watts, he's big into the dominatrix, man. He's all
about that. I definitely am into that S&M a little bit.
This is ZNUFF, man. Dude, come on, dude. You for real. You are a freak. You sound like you like it. I don't even want to put that maybe sexual deviant. What do you want to say there, man?
Yeah, without question. You know what I mean? Without question.
What is this? Who's in the chat saying? Shouts out to the people in the chat. Sammy Ayami said, what's up? Woozy's in the Vegas saying that your name was Dick Frenchie.
Oh, yeah, my man. Shout out my man Dick Frenchie. That's his name. The bald head dude with the ball mouth gag. In the video, it's Dick Frenchie. And the 2 twins, man, the dominatrix, they actually, I don't even know they plug, but you would call them and they come out and beat you and spank you and do all that there, man. So, it was real live, man. Real live.
You're kind of freaky, though, man, right? You're all about...
Yeah, definitely. Man. It's all about pleasing your mate, man, your woman. I ain't going to say mate because there's a lot of undercover brothers, so I don't want nobody to ever get me confused. Please, don't do that. Because I am a fashionable dude, but please, I'm not... It's my man named Jay from Top Model. You won't catch none of that over here. Real talking, man. But yeah, that's the movement, man. Like, I feel like any artist should give the public and the fans all of them, man. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me, man. Give you all of them.
Definitely.
That's the reason why you get the freak. Sometimes you might get the intellectual side. That's the geek. Sometimes you might get the bang bang side. That's the G. It's that pimp preacher gangster thug, you know what I mean? That type of shit sometimes, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you give someone all of you from the beginning, later on, if you decide to stop doing rap and do rock and roll, or you decide to start doing soul music instead of rock and roll, people ain't looking at you funny, man, or like, oh, what is this dude doing right now? You know what I mean? All my music, no matter what genre I'm doing, it's all the same effect. It's all going to be banging. It's all going to be crazy. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between someone who does it from the heart and someone who's just doing it as a trend. You know what I mean? So,
speaking of which, and you just brought this up, man. So I was looking up, doing some research on you. So you have your quote. This is a quote. You can be influenced by many things, but it don't mean anything if you ain't got your own shit to influence people with.
And that was a quote, you know what I mean? I read so many quotes from different people, and that was one that I came up with that I want to go down in history for, I can't remember exactly what he said, but the brother Miles Davis said, you know what I mean? Any great music that you can create came from someone else, any great idea, any melody, because ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nobody rapping no different than they was doing 20 years ago. You know what I mean? There was always, one of the things that bothers me most is people consider underground rap real rap, or saying that's where it started and this, that, and the third. When, you know what I mean, I'm an 80s baby, but I know from the beginning of time, and since rap came out, it was all about flashiness, who's bragging, who's the baddest. Rap was always about whose dick is bigger than the next man's type shit. It was always street. It was always different, you know what I mean? But people would try to act like the early 90s defined what hip-hop was in a whole, and it's not that way, you know what I mean? So, of course, I feel a lot of the mainstream music... Huh?
Vanilla Ice was a slump, as far as I'm concerned, early 90s.
And the crazy thing is
what do you feel about that? What do you feel about that? He said Vanilla Ice was a slump.
Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you.
He said, you know what I'm saying? People say that the early 90s defined it, but man, the early 90s, I can remember that rap was shitty right about then.
I don't know if you but I was listening to AMG and NWA back in the early 90s.
All right, here's when it kicked back off was 94 with Warren G. You know what I'm saying? And 95, 96, 97 was beautiful.
All right.
But
I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm the wrong motherfucker to talk to about hip hop, because I'll take you there from day one to right now. Like, I'm one of them young niggas who know everything. Like, the early 90s was crazy, man. From 88 to 94, that's the whole fucking Native Tongue movement, Public Enemy, De La Soul, Brand Nubian, fucking Gangstar, all that shit. You know what I mean? So when MC Hammer came, when MC Hammer came, even Vanilla Ice, man, when that shit came, we was fucking with it. If a nigga would tell me, if you was a little kid, just like right now when these little kids are doing the stanky leg and all that other shit, if Ice Baby came on, you was motherfucking dancing like Too Cold.
Running man.
You was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? You was doing it. When he lost us a little bit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was all hip hop.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, even when Third Base went at Hammer and everybody was crushing Vanilla Ice, it still was hip hop. Kid and Play did the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Vanilla Ice was just a new version of what the fuck Kid and Play and Salt Pepper was doing. And Hammer was the evolved version of that shit. So, you know, at the same time, it was still all hip hop. Now, sometimes I do want to complain and be like, yo, I'm tired of the fucking dance records and the bullshit, because a nigga like me might get overlooked. But at the same time, is just keep moving how you moving. You'll definitely get that notoriety sooner or later, man. Like, most people who are successful right now got 10 years in the making. These overnight motherfuckers is exactly what that is, overnight. Look at Bow Wow right now. When he was a kid, he was cute, it was dope. Right now, he's reaching. You know what I'm saying? He don't know if he want to be a gangster or a pimp, like, because he can't get out of the fact of being little Bow Wow. So I'm glad I didn't come out at 15 years old or 17, and now I might be not taken as serious as people take me right now, because sometimes that damages people.
Look at Chris Brown. He don't know if you want to be Michael Jackson or the Incredible Hulk.
Or Cisco. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. He dyed his hair. I thought I was going to play.
Hey, Blaze One, let me ask you, man. Let me get Blaze One and DJ Watts in this conversation.
Yes, indeed.
I'm listening.
Blaze One, who were your, like, around the late 80s, 90s, who were your hip hop favorites back then?
Honestly, back then I wouldn't listen to a whole lot of hip hop, but now, like, that I went back and listened to a lot of stuff that came out then, I realized that there was a lot of stuff in that time period that may have been overlooked because it may not have been getting that massive airplay on MTV or on Top 40 radio, whatnot. Stuff like DJ Premier, Gangstar, Pete Rock, you know, EPMD. Stuff that the true hip-hop heads were probably into. Now, I was just a kid then, so I really wasn't digging it. But now that internet, I can go back and download all those tracks, and they're all great, you know?
Up to the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Rick.
I was all about like some AMG, Easy MC Ren, Big Daddy Kane, Snow. You know what I'm saying? I listened the fuck out of some Snow, man. 12 Inches of Snow was like was one of my favorite albums to put back, to rewind about 100 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like early 90s hip hop, it was there. It just took a bad turn for a little bit, a couple of years.
Let me hear. Let me just get different. DJ Watts, what kind of stuff were you listening to?
Man, I was in kind of the same boat as Blaze One talking about, because I was just a kid. 1990, I was 9 years old.
We're rocking that.
If it wasn't like on the radio or on MTV, I wasn't getting exposed to it, just because I was so young.
Sorry, I forgot one major key element in the early 90s too, and y'all are gonna laugh at me, but I don't give a fuck. I was listening to the fuck out of Insane Clown Posse.
Word.
I'll throw another one. Young MC.
Young MC. Young MC bust a move, man. This dude used to come over to my house with the single on cassette tape, Bust a Move.
Word up. You gotta mention Tone Loc, you mentioned Young MC, man.
Yep.
Funky Cole Medina, all that shit right there. That's just see me. I was a universal cat, man. Like just because I was born and raised in hip hop music. Like I was big on that whole West Coast movement because my dad was a gangster, so I was all in that NWA, fucking MC8, fucking been following 40 Water for a long time, man. Been on that Master P shit because I always grew up in the South, and every summer I spent in North Carolina, so I was already fucking with South rap a long time. Long time, man. Too Short, all that shit. All those movements was early 90s, man. Like that. And the thing back then too is hip hop wasn't as huge as it is right now. You feel me? Like in certain areas you wouldn't hear a lot of East Coast music if you was down south or out west, or vice versa. You wouldn't hear MC Breed in New York, except if you was watching Yo MTV Raps, you know what I mean? But a person that was into it, that was out there buying 12-inch. I was buying vinyl since like my dad always bought me vinyl, first of all, because back then we had record players and shit. But I got my first motherfucking Gemini XL BD10s belt drives like 10 years old, 2 of them shits with a big ass mixer bigger than my dresser. So I've been buying like 12-inch and maxi singles with my allowance money and shit like that as a little kid, man. So, I was always fucking with different genres of music, and I was listening to the Ron G mixtapes and who else? Kid Capri and Craig G, and I was trying to make my own mixtapes, man. So I was grabbing all them fucking records up, man.
Yo, hey, were you like Cyber? Were you dragging the cardboard out in front of out on the block and stuff and doing busted some moves, man?
Yes, indeed, we did it, man. We did it for real, man.
We didn't have
breakers, man.
Breakers.
You didn't have breakers, man. Word is ball. I was like Lee from Beach Street, man, just a little bit younger. When Beach Street came out, I was like 3, but I was already in the movement. That's why I look at my son right now and be like, damn, history repeats itself. Yeah. Because since he was 8 months ahead, nodding his head on beat already. So I already knew like what my mom and my dad seen in me. So I just nurtured that shit, man.
Hey Z, I want to get into another one of your songs here. I'm gonna let you pick this one. I know you got a lot to pick from, but pick a song out, give us a little preview, and we'll jump into that.
Shit, let me see what you got over there, man. Shit, damn it, man. Let's get in the story to tell if you got that, man.
What's that?
Story to tell. You got that joint on
okay. Tell me about the song. Also, for you guys listening in, you could go to eventlevel.com, check out Event Level TV, where we got a whole bunch of indie artist interviews, music videos, and we got ZNUFF videos and this video, which is one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite videos. Got a lot of like influences. You got some acid jazz in there. You just got a little bit of everything. Like the beginning of it reminds me of Miles Davis, Bitches Brew, kind of, because it's got the wild jazz in it. But go ahead and give us a little preview.
Yeah, a preview on that Story to Tell. That joint was produced by Malay, man. big producer behind John Legend's Green Light, a couple of Danny B. Kane joints, and a lot of big names. We was doing that joint in the studio one night, working on the Boo Hollywood joint, and it was like when someone goes to church and they give you their testimony, like story to tell was my testimony. It's what I was going through at the time and still be going through sometimes. It's on the EP, Making of a Legend, out right now. You can cop iTunes, CD Baby, ZNUFFstar.com. This is Story to Tell, ZNUFF Star.
Yo, check it out. It's your boy, Blue Collar, a.k.a. Chris Cobain, a.k.a. Mr. This Is Still My City. And I'm chilling out on Wednesday night, checking out the main event at 8 o'clock on eventlevel.com. Blunt Squad, holla.
Tuned into the main event. Keep that browser locked.
I'm out for the fame, how can anyone blame me? My made up doubt if any can change me. Got a little cane just to get up some change. Skip Mickey D's, don't need minimum wage. Me love gators, chokers and chains. Suits, new coupe, reef and babes. I'm in the struggle just trying to get paid. Old folks say I need to stay in my place. Old folks say I need to change my ways. But poor folks' goals don't add up a thing. When you're broken, your hope don't take away pain. End up passed out, I'm physically slain. Thought it was so good, then the misery, shame. You just see one who looks like me in crippling pain. From addiction, hurt affliction from the things that they see. Is this reality or is it a dream? I stuck between those my opponent or a king. Forcing my life, I don't wanna believe. Throwing me off course, but I wanna achieve. Being more than a gangster, pimp, hustler, thief. Being more than a scandalous heathen. Dealing with more than just streets, got a battle with demons. It's bigger than just me. What about FAMIL to the E? I'm trying to be the man that I was planning to be, but gotta deal the cards that was handed to me. Like when times it's hard, gotta handle it king. Sisters of a dog, never ran from the streets, never ran from a problem. I ran when it's beef. Oh, static from the man, goddamn the police fool. Hands pray to Jesus, protect me from him. The devil got a plan and try to grab me for keeps. Before I lay me down to sleep, I thank God for watching over me. And if by chance I don't awake, to all my niggas, please keep the faith. Don't slow your speed, breathe, keep your pace. We all fall short, take heed to mistakes. Duck the law if we need escape. Stand tall for the cause, man, plead your case. Don't get blamed, man, we need the rain. Every day can't be sunshine, we need the pain. So appreciate the pleasure we receive someday. Keep thinking about who you wanna be someday. Like, yes I can be, yes I will, no matter what they tell me, I'ma hold my ground. Yes. I done been up and been down, been lost, been found, but right about now, feeling beat to the ground out the throat in the towel. A lot of satyrs walking around like they holier than thou. Should I pay them attention, become an henchman? No, a psychopathic killer could get a murder intention. Be careful, come to you, keep retelling and snitching. Not a brother, you thought was he was softer than linen. I was born in sinning, tried to forget it. Stress day and night, though I think the Lord forgive me. I'm having dreams thinking niggas out to get me. My own friends thinking they be out to get me. Scream out, Lord, or maybe come by y'all. Should I grab my water home through our Lord? Say this could be another story to tell. Life is not what it should be. Feels like I'm going through hell, Lord.
Join eventlevel.com and together we can rule the galaxy.
The party is back, but all I'm seeing is you and me. I'm thinking about what you wanna do to me. I'm grabbing the waist side, we dip, slide, slow ride, jamming all night. I'm looking good, but you're fine. I only came here to groove, hide and move your body. Oh, I'm feeling the vibe, mix up real tight, and let's go. Romance, take a chance. If the feeling's right, make this night just all night. Tonight's the night we go have some fun. You and me, baby. Tonight is the night we fall in love. Romance, take a chance. Back for the floor, back for the floor, back for the floor. Our love goes for the floor, back for the floor, back for the floor. Our love goes. This feels like a fantasy. You here next to me, flesh to flesh with me. Is this pure bliss ecstasy? I don't wanna waste time with slow grind. I'm trying to have your body on top of my body. I only came here to groove high. Yo, with somebody with you. With me to the room if you with the most you know. Romance, take a chance. If the feeling's right, make this night just all night. Tonight's the night we go have some fun. You and me, baby. Tonight's the night we fall in love. Romance, take a chance. Back for the floor, back for the floor, back for the floor. Our love goes for the floor, back for the floor, back for the floor. Our love goes.
You're back on the main event on ventlevel.com. Shout out to Block Stars. Shout out to Beat Killers. Shout out to Patterson, New Jersey. And shouts out to ZNUFF Star, our guest tonight on the line. ZNUFF, Story to Tell. This shit was hot, man. I love that song. That song gets me pumped. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those joints that when I'm live and I'm performing that live and the piano start playing and then that drum come in, man, I get them goosebumps all over, man. For real. I get that feeling when I was recording that joint. I used to watch my uncle in the pulpit, right? And you know, if you ever been to a I don't want to say black church or I'd rather say like Baptist church or
yeah.
Pentecostal where they get a little funky sometimes. My uncle used to get into it and he'd be like, so when I was doing that story to tell, that's the kind of zone I was in when I was doing that joint right there, man. So I love hearing that shit right there, dude.
Word. So man, you worked with various artists. I was looking up, man, you worked with Wyclef.
Yeah, so that's way back, man, on the AV8 joint. There was a time when it was the Sudden Impact convention, man. Shout out to my man DJ AP, man. He had this compilation of CDs that came out at the Impact convention, Sudden Impact. So y'all can Google those joints too. I believe it was Sudden Impact 5, man, with Wyclef, who else? Lady Luck, man, and Supreme C. There was so many big names, man. AP, shout out to him for being one of the first DJs, actually, besides Clue, to actually do like mixtape albums, kind of. He was really getting the artists to mainstream artists, really, to be featured on these Impact joints, man. It was crazy, man, and it was incredible, man.
That's
so
crazy,
especially
man.
as a young artist, it was incredible.
DJ Clue taking it back there.
What?
So, man, on the break, we got big debate in the break. You Wikipedia this, and I've been saying this, using it a lot. It's kind of a cliche. Everybody refers back to it. The golden age of hip-hop is actually a Wikipedia entry. And it refers... this is what it says. The golden era, hip-hop's golden era, is given a name period in mainstream hip-hop, usually cited as being a period varying in time frames between the 90s, 80s, and the 90s, said to be characterized by its diversity, quality, innovation, and influence. Let's see some of the people they name here. Eric B., Rakim, Beastie Boys, Big Daddy Kane, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, NWA, 2 Live Crew, Kid Play, just to name a few.
Tribe Called Quest.
So there's an argument going on. So what are you saying there, Blaze One? That
Falco, motherfucker.
What are you guys arguing here? I don't get this.
We're arguing about the relevancy, what it seems to be the relevancy of like sales. Back in and this is fact, and there's been a lot of debate as to SoundScan and how inaccurate it is, and a lot of artists don't like the way that it portrays it to be. But back in the 80s, there were a lot less people buying hip-hop albums. So, and I see both sides of the story. I agree with Blaze One, though. I'm all about the quality of the music.
So people weren't buying hip-hop albums back then? Is that what they're
Not
saying?
as much as nowadays.
Not as much.
Oh,
nowadays,
really?
it's all over the place. Yeah, nowadays, you ask any kid what hip-hop is, they don't know what that shit is now. It's all over. It's on Sprite commercials. Come on.
It's like comparing like Beatles and Elvis right now. You know, their SoundScan sells in the 60s to like MC Hammer's SoundScan sells in the 90s. I mean, it's two different eras. I mean, you just can't compare it.
And then back then you had there were like 10 rap artists. Out of 100, there were like 10 on major labels. So, you know, like a lot of shit wasn't even being purchased really like that, you know, because it was only a handful of major labels doing something, man. At that time, the indie labels weren't just distributing in all regions like now, or in the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like shit wasn't like it is right now. You know, those artists were going gold and living the life. Now you go gold and you barely eating. You know what I'm saying? Like you go gold, that's a failure nowadays. When going gold back then was everything.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the difference between the 80s and I would say the early 80s to the mid 90s. That's when the mid 90s when multi rappers were going platinum. Like, you know what I mean? Back in the 80s, it Run DMC, and that was about it. LL Cool J, maybe after Mama Said Knock You Out or some shit like that. Like Jungle Brothers, Brand Nubian, and those cats, they weren't selling platinum records because the distribution, the promotion, hip-hop records wasn't promoted as well as they are right now. Like, hip-hop rules the fucking world now. Back then, it was still rock and roll. Even though I think country music sells the most out of everything, hip-hop still runs the world, man. Everything we do, everything we say, people follow suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Jay-Z was to start wearing fucking bows on his head, people gonna start wearing fucking fruit bowls on their head and shit like that. If Rick Ross tied a fucking milk carton around his neck, you'll see mad motherfuckers walking around with milk cartons. You know? If Zeno Star decided to wear leg warmers like this was motherfucking Lee from Fame, Leroy, then you'll see other motherfuckers wearing leg warmers, that type of shit.
DB, you're about to say something?
Yeah, but I forgot what it was.
Hey man, like this is me growing up, man. Like the first album I purchased was a cassette tape, Eazy-E, Easy Does It. That was my first tape. Then I jumped up on the whole West Coast thing, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. And then I started hitting up Wu-Tang Clan. It was big in Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang started popping off. Then started branching out other stuff. Gravediggers. All sorts of crazy stuff. But to me, and then Tupac and then Biggie came out. To me, that's wild for me to think of that like that. Because to me, that was everything. Like that was my world. To think of that record sales were not that big back then, kind of trips me out, you know.
It was, man.
But it's true though, very true.
Yeah, you know, and that's why people have to, like, not for nothing, but I hate when people bash some of the you know, the artists like Vanilla Ice, like MC Hammer, because of them. Hip-hop was exposed to places where the shit wouldn't have been accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's reality, dog. Like, those motherfuckers was selling 2 million records when selling 2 million records wasn't for hip hop. It was for Guns N' Roses and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Mariah Carey. And those motherfuckers helped break down those doors, man. Them same doors that, you know, I mean, Kool Herc and Run DMC and all these people broke down, these people continue to. So, you know, I big up the Soulja Boys and all these cats, too, for continuing to break down doors so that fucking I can eat tremendously. So I salute them. My hat goes off to them. So, you know, we got to think about that, too, man. You know what I mean? Like, people down.
That's really deep, man, because, you know, it's easy for me to criticize. It's easy for anybody to criticize and throw rocks and bash all these other people. But it's like, you know, we interviewed, me and DB, we interview artists on our show, The Illest. You can see that on eventlevel.com. And we try to talk about, you know, if you were signed, do you figure you're like selling and they want you to go a certain direction? Do you feel like you're selling yourself out to record label if they're trying to mold you into artists? And what we get is some of these artists saying like, hell no, you know what I'm saying? I'm true to myself. The label will, the label's got to run with me because I'm an artist and I'm not going to sell myself out like that. It's all about me. And then every now and then we get an artist to say, look, you know, I got a message to spread and, you know, I feel like if I can get signed to that big major label and they get me out everywhere, I'm still going to have my basic message. No matter what they try to do to me, my message is going to be spread out into the mainstream, and I can spread that to more people and touch more people. You know, just I mean, how do you feel about that?
That's the way I feel right there, period, man. I had, you know, a couple major situations a couple years back, and then years before that, when people were trying to do things like that. I'm not gonna mention too many names, you know, to spare them the embarrassment because they see where I'm at right now with it. And real talk, you have to. If you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? And the only way I see someone getting to a major and not getting pimped or to me nowadays that shit doesn't exist. That went out, I would say, around 97, 98, because after that, it was all about your street movement, what your movement was like that made record labels have interest in you. You know what I'm saying? The artist development thing is cool, but majors don't really want an artist they have to develop. Like, that shit takes too much. Some people back then were sitting on the shelves for 5 years on a label and then coming out because they was unpolished. Now it's more like, you have to be a triple threat. You have to be fully groomed. I don't want to have to fucking teach you how to rap or, you know, things like that. Things of that nature is what was going on back in the day with artist development. Nowadays, it's like, I want to fuck with the person who already has movement, who already has a following, who already has good music, who already put out their own street mixtapes and this, that, and the third. Because when it all boils down to it, a lot of these indie artists back in the day were just doing scheming, just scams. There's no way motherfuckers was selling $200,000 out the trunk. Motherfuckers was going to a mom and pop store, paying them motherfuckers to scan X amount of records a month, and then it was looking like they was moving mad shit through SoundScan. You know what I mean? So it's still, a lot of that bullshit goes on, but like, who are you kidding? Like, I done been out here as an artist traveling with mad artists in the South, man, for years. Shout out, my man Dirty South had the movement with E40 Nothing to a Boss and so many other South artists. My man Pastor Troy, like so many niggas I fuck with for years, man. And I know that movement. Yeah, you can sell joints out the trunk, but you can't sound scan that shit out your trunk. So if you sold 200,000 units, how did you do it? You know what I'm saying? You was paying somebody to scan that shit. And it was looking like numbers, and then it drew interest for the majors to do that shit. Nowadays, Soulja Boy gets a deal on YouTube. From YouTube views, of 1 million views or whatever. Now everybody's going crazy with the YouTube craze. Like, oh, you know, I got to put up a video on YouTube. If I get 1 million, if I get 500,000, labels are going to start checking for me. Here's the new news for you. Motherfuckers be paying for YouTube views. We all know that. So now it's like, fuck all the little scheming shit. Put your work in, you know what I mean? And get out there and do shows. Travel state to state. Be at every venue. Post your videos. Get on different sites. Be a part of shit like eventlevel.com, bmradio.com from the ground up. So that way, as that shit grows, your fan base grows and you're part of a movement. And then people take you more serious. You know what I mean? Like, the only shit that aggravates me is I got this little comment that I make, and my homegirl, Tanella Cole, always laugh, but there's too many niggas in this room, man. You feel me? Too many niggas in this room called entertainment. As far everybody DJs, everybody produces, everybody raps, man. But do you really have it? Like, stop. The people around you, sometimes I feel like there's so many dope indie artists that come through Event Level and you know what I mean, Indie Republic Networks, period. And then there's so many motherfuckers out there that, you know, you give a shot, but they don't really have it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people need to figure out what it is. Like, you're crowding up the game so much, man.
This is what pisses me off. And you bring up an interesting point, man. This is what pisses me off. And, you know, you are a good example of how to get your shit done, how to put, you know, get your stuff out there, push, and exploit what the internet has to offer. You got Twitter, you got Facebook, MySpace is kind of old, but you still got MySpace. People still check that. You got these little networks like eventlevel.com, like the Indie Republic networks, It's BM Radio, TooBigTV.com, TalkToCity.com. These are all networks that are geared that you can push yourself and become accessible to everybody. You got to get your internet hustle on. And these people don't understand that. These people are up in the streets, still pressing albums, you know, trying to hand them out to people. Go ahead, DB. Jump in.
Here's my question about that. Is you know, it's rare to find a person like you that is truly an artist, but yet truly on top of their game. More so than not, with artists that I know, they need someone, some kind of person to be the management force in their life, much less their business life. So, you know, it's that rare combination that breeds success, where you have someone like you that's ambitious as well as you know, an artist. And being an artist, I think, is somewhat, you're born with it. You're not ever going to learn that. But the business part, maybe you can learn. But that takes an inner ambitious that, you know, it's either you have it or you don't.
And, you know, I think every artist needs to have that, man. I learned that just by watching, man. I always give credit to Redman. I would say this was about when There Is a Dark Side came out. And I think it was the Jack the Rapper convention or something like that, one of those conventions. And I remember seeing video footage of it. At the time, Redman was still Jersey bound a lot. I would see Red a lot. I would see Keith Murray and them a lot, and Young Z and Outsiders and Fugees, and just to see their grind and their push, where I was watching them on TV already and hearing them on the radio, but yet I would still see them at like events that maybe I thought in my head, like, damn, what is he doing here? But just knowing that, they said you can't sit back. Redman said you can't sit back and wait for the label to push you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say, I'm gonna wait for him to book me an event or this, that, and the third. Man, half of the time I do 80 to 90% more than my management team. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Frankie Badlands. Like, we do so much work hands-on ourselves, from video down to photo to production to recording. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I advise all artists to get their own rig and be recording themselves, and don't just depend on your label situation or your entertainment company situation, and be, you know what I mean, self-sufficient for yourself to be able to get shit done. You know what I mean? And again, that pressing up shit, that shit is dead. When you can download, and it's just, the game is so much easier now. It's still hard to get to the top.
It's hard to break through, because like you said, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas in the room. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in the room. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people with talent out there. You don't understand. The talent pool is huge. Indie talent is like so huge, but it takes that extra effort. It takes that extra 90% to put yourself out there. I get so. This is what trips me out, man. You watched Hustle and Flow You know,
Yeah.
the dude's he's waiting after the concert to slip old dude his track, you know, thinking he's going to blow up. That trips me out. Like, I mean, like, somebody's going to, you know, show up at a concert and think they're going to slip somebody their demo. And that's their whole dream of blowing up, you know, like they don't think about putting in the work on the internet. You know, they don't think about, and that just, it blows my mind, man. It frustrates me. I'm like, dude, you got to get your internet hustle on.
I remember when it wasn't that long ago, like 2003, 2004, when Pimp Camp was just getting off the ground and doing the same thing. Even, you know, after the year 2000, walking around with an actual physical copy and going to DJs' houses and going to DJs' works to try to get them just to listen to it, to maybe show it to another person who had the say of radio play.
That's real, man.
But still, you know, I got to give a shout out to my street warriors out there. Still trying to push those CDs out there, man. Still trying to, you know, put out art and create art and evolve this game of hip hop for real. ZNUFF, man, we're gonna have to have you back on. This is a great interview, man.
I appreciate you, brothers, man. I'm glad to finally be on eventlevel.com, man. Y'all brothers show so much love, man, and I'm always out there returning it, man. Always plugging the spots, the whole Indie Republic, man, and spreading the word, man, because I know where we're going to be at in the next 5 years, man. You know, it's a beautiful situation, brother.
It's very beautiful.
Ahead of the curve. Hey, thank you, man, for real, and I'm a big fan, again. Good stuff.
I appreciate you, brother. Keep banging them, man.
Before we go, I'm just let everybody know you can follow me at MasterWillz. Get your event level updates, new videos, news feed, whatever is going on. You can check out this podcast tomorrow on the site. Or I won't say tomorrow we're gonna perfect it, but the podcast will be available on eventlevel.com, where you can go and actually download this podcast, and support ZNUFF and the indie movement. And I just hit you up, ZNUFF, on your Twitter. Like I said, my Twitter's at MasterWillz. Yours is I am ZNUFF.
I am ZNUFF Star.
I am ZNUFF Star. ZNUFF I am ZNUFF Star. Hit him up on that. Where else can people find you on the net?
Oh man, Facebook, ZNUFF Star. You know what I mean? Facebook / Cuddy Climax, KUTTYKLIMAXX. ZNUFFstar.com, the Cop That EP Versatility, so many blogs, www.blogstar.blogspot.com for all updates, man. What else? So many different joints. Reverb Nation, Star. Google me. Google. You know what I mean? And any artists out there trying to do collaborations, I can't remember my manager's name off top, but you can email me, ZNUFFstar@gmail.com. Anybody want questions, anything, man, hit me up, man. And quick shout-outs. Shout out my homegirl, Crystal Bell, out in Japan, her house family. My prayers and love go out to them. And what else, man? My man, DJ Milk, Chanel, Sade, my photographer, Flick Up, Wolfenberg Photography, we in the building. Frankie Bad Loves, the Prince of the City, Block Stars, and the whole movement, the Connect Media, the whole Indie Republic, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. And I love y'all brothers, and I love the support, man. We giving it right back. Mirror reflection.
Damn right. Before we go out, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Sayjin Tyler. Sayjin Mayhem Tyler from itsbmradio.com. Go and check out his site. He's got shows on itzbmradio.com. For helping put this interview together. He's been helping me with a lot of interviews. Been hanging out here. Sayjin, man, we missed you tonight.
I got to big up Sayjin, man. Period, man. Without Sayjin, we wouldn't even have been a part of the Indie Republic, man. It's been a good 2 years, man. We'll talk.
Definitely. And got to give also a little shout out to Miss LB Management. Got to give her a shout out.
Yes, sir. LB scream at me tonight, too. She gonna get me. Bite my head off.
Oh, yeah. Before we end this interview, man, I want to go out on another one of your songs. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask real quick, or?
I want to hear White Girl, if possible.
I want to hear White Girl. I want to hear Fuck 'Em Hard, man. We can listen to White Girl though.
Okay.
Fuck 'Em Hard,
Okay, we're gonna hear White Girl, and then here we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with Fuck 'Em Hard.
All right.
That's right. I did say that. Fuck 'Em Hard. This is
Yeah,
it's a funny mix. It's a funny mix. Fuck 'Em Hard, White Girl.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me. All right, and you know, I just want to say you can check out White Girl. You can check out that video on eventlevel.com. You check out Event Level TV. We have indie artist videos. Submit your videos to me. Hit me up on the email MasterWillz@eventlevel.com. Submit music videos, and you know, I want high quality shit, but I want indie artist shit. But it's got to be high quality. You can't be shooting the shit with your video phone on your fucking iPhone and trying to get to fucking upload that shit. So get that shit, you know what I'm saying, out of here. I ain't fucking with that. But anyway.
2 options, HD and 3D.
Exactly. Word up.
Oh, shit.
But let's go ahead and give us a little preview of and tell us about both. Well, just tell us about Fuck 'Em Hard. Tell us about both songs, and we'll jump into this.
Well, Fuck 'Em Hard, you know, that shit spawned from the groupies, man. I had, you know, groupies be killing me, man. The brother gotta have a life as well, man. Like, you got the Facebook perverts and spies who, you know, want to be contacting women in your life and all that crazy type shit. So Fuck 'Em Hard was dedicated to them. I recorded it on Valentine's Day, so it was meant to be a Valentine's Day massacre. So Fuck 'Em Hard, like, in all ways, you know what I mean? Fuck 'Em Hard. And White Girl, that came from the Blue Hollywood 1975. That song, people get it confused. They think it's about a love for a white girl, but it was really a song about the dangers of cocaine and how it was affecting my pops and other people like him, man. So, you know, that's what that White Girl is about. And I shot the video directed by me, you know what I mean, and edited by me. And it was crazy. It was my first video, and it came out incredible. So it let me know that I could continue on, man. So it's Fuck 'Em Hard, White Girl on motherfucking eventlevel.com. It's your boy Zeno Star, man.
Word up.
Come on, Daddy. You ready? You want to be with a white girl? I can tell you do.
You're tuned into the main event. That browser locked.
Hey, that white girl you want to be? Come on. You ever been with a white girl?
Eventlevel.com. Eventlevel.com.
Talk, little ma, got me Jones and Tony wants to stalk, little ma.
I know I might come across a little odd, but you on my life right now, it's kinda important, little mom. It's unfortunate that I love you to death. It's a message that may cause me to die. Cause me to lie. Cause pain, though you numb things. Girl, about you rainfrost in July. Force me to follow you, know when we need God. Telling me that you love me, but only leading me on. I'm in the clutches and now she won't let me go. Will I ever find another to love me such as yourself? Got you spoiled out of my reflex. You give me that white girl affection. Got me sprung, don't wanna let go. Sometimes I feel out of control. I want more for sure.
Join eventlevel.com and together we can rule the galaxy.
Yo, listen up, dog, you got to pay me attention. I got a little something I forgot to mention about. Some of these hoes is like hustlers, dealers, they fuck up your money, dummy, hurt your feelings, man. Treat her like a prostitute. Don't treat the girlie well until you know it's the scoop. Cause all they do is just hurt and trample. Listen up closer, cause my first example. Yeah, light skin, long hair, green eyes. It probably means she won't sit in that 5. Thick ass, thick thighs, 19. She killing it, what means shorty probably want green. If when y'all first met, this chick used to strip. You know she used to the dick, the bitch just want chips. She only out for what she can get. Tennis bracelet or basic, pay me a little rent. Over, pair of sneaker, a next tail bleeper. If you fuck with the freak, the only way you gon' keep her. Dick in some reefer, truck in the Visa. Someone she can trick in the club with the people. Treat her like a prostitute. Don't treat the girlie well until you know it's the school, man. Cause all they do is just hurt and trample. Listen up close, it comes my second example. Let's see. Let's say you up in the club, you up on the bar. Ain't got the feeling you wanna cut. Lights low, drunk as fuck, ain't looking for love. Nothing to wife, only the night, something to smart. Shorty, looking like he might be something to fall. Yo, I've been watching since you came in the club. Popping bottles of blow, yeah, I'ma pop in the doors. He said I seen how the DJ was showing you love. I came here with my girls, I ain't been out in months. She dancing, popping the cunt like she once was a slut. I'm like, skip the specifics, tell her just what she want. Listen, let's cop a sip, miss go to a sip of blunt. Oh shit, she on my dick now, is this what I want? I'm letting the cop crystal, is this what she want? We in the VIP to the IMP, she wanting to suck deep, that's what she want. Man, treat her like a prostitute. Don't treat the girlie well until you know it's the scoop. Cause all they do is just hurt and trample. Listen up close, here comes my third example. Let's say you got a bro that's always asking you questions like, where you cool, where you been, who you sexin'? She can't trust you a minute, got you into distress. And she probably fucking your boy and probably eating her best friend. Acting like you creepin' sleeping with best friend. So cause he's so sweet, how I'm glad she my best friend. Compliments on her ass, looking at dress man, knowing she the one home sleeping with best friend. Fuck, girls going wild, this horse turned out to have your ass burning down. Learn your style, learn how to turn them out. First of all, don't ever trick money unless he blow dick, buddy. Yeah, treat him like a prostitute, too. Don't treat the girlie well unless you know it's the scoop, man. Cause all they do is just hurt and trample. Listen up quick, this is just a sample. Don't treat the girlie well, treat the girlie well, treat the girlie well until you know it's the scoop. What you call me? Trap. You know it's a trip, man. You know, yeah. Don't treat the girlie well, treat the girlie well, treat the girlie well until you know it's the scoop.
You're tuned into the main event. That's proud to join us.
Do you need some ink? Ladies, do you need your hair laid? Come on down to Dangerous Minds Tattoo and Beauty Salon, 7321 St. Andrews Church Road. We got 5 professional licensed tattoo artists ready to serve you with the brightest inks, the hottest colors, and the best designs. We got 2 hairstylists on deck. So come on down to Dangerous Minds Tattoo and Beauty Salon, 7321 St. Andrews Church Road, 502-409-6400. That number again, 502-409-6400. It's your boy Black Shay. Yeti!
Yo, what up? You're back on the main event, eventlevel.com. Shouts out to Black Shay doing this thing on TooBigTV.com. Shouts out to my man Too Big. And shouts out to Leffy, who has joined us. What's going on, Leffy?
Hey, I'm home. I'm back. Hi. What's up?
Leffy's been doing her thing.
Ryan.
You gotta get in where you fit in.
I don't exist, man.
Hey, so Leffy, we had this article. Man, how come I cannot find it? Oh yeah. Let me post this up here, Leffy. So you go ahead and give us this article so I can talk about the news here. You're doing a great job at these blogs, man. You gotta check these out. Check out our news blog. It's off our news blog on eventlevel.com. Did you get that link, Leffy? Leffy!
My Firefox decided to update. It's being a pain in the arse.
Alright, no problem. I'll go ahead and do this. So let me post this blog here about this woman. Authorities in Pennsylvania arrested a 27-year-old woman who said they hid more than 100 items, including 54 bags of heroin and loose change in her vagina. Investigators took Karen Migalanis into custody last weekend after she was involved in a motor vehicle crash. According to police in Scranton, there was a little scuffle in the back. She complained about having stuff in her vagina. They pulled out. They retrieved up to 54 bags of heroin, 31 empty bags used to package heroin, 8.5 prescription pills, $51.22 during a cavity search.
What the fuck was in this bitch's purse? Dead babies?
This was in her.
She might have just forgot that shit.
That's how they've been sneaking across the border.
Why was she sticking $51.22 in her fucking...
It wasn't her, man. It wasn't her. It was that drug dealing baby from Dave Chappelle's stand-up. Got some weed?
How did she...
Cash and change.
Cash and change in her vagina.
Change.
Yeah.
She's been practicing her Kegels or old change up in there.
That's a lot of bags, though.
She actually had to have some pennies in there. 22 cents. Come on.
Yo, they're calling her the kangaroo online. That's just fucked up.
That's kind of sick.
Dude, I gotta wonder. That's what they found. Now, what if they missed something? There is a possibility, because I mean, they're not going elbow deep up in that bitch.
Oh,
they're going to avoid it. They're going to be.
They decide to stop searching.
Yeah.
I'm fucking like hand grenade pins and some class rings up in that bitch. We call her the pawn shop.
It's like the magic act where you keep pulling out the fucking rags and shit. They keep coming out. Different colored.
It's on long ass tampon, bitch.
I keep the gun up on top. Comes out last.
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's just. I don't see how she can do it.
The more you think about it, the worse you feel.
I don't see how she could.
I don't feel bad.
That much shit in her.
I've heard a lot of girls are just tired of carrying around purses.
The new trend.
You want to see my ID?
You know, don't knock it until you try it, Leffy. You might, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I couldn't even walk with a tampon in. Like hell, I'm using that for a purse.
Can't walk with a tampon in.
It said they noticed her fidgeting.
You gave me
Yo, new subject.
Exactly. You just gave me a horrible visual. Leffy's running around. Okay, new subject. Anyway. Fuck that. Hey, DJ Watch, you still here?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
What do you think about this, DJ?
I don't know, man. The conversation kind of took a turn there towards the end.
Okay, anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is the main subject I wanted to get down and dirty on. And of course, let me reiterate, Ragamuffin was too scared to jump in on this conversation, apparently. Or he might be working. I don't know. I just like calling him out anyway. But, all right, America involved in two big wars right now. In Iraq and Afghanistan, two big conflicts. And President Obama's getting harsh criticism about his involvement in Libya. And he just enforced a no-fly zone, which he's been talking about forever. And did some missile attacks on some targets in Libya.
That wasn't just him, though. That was a decision by the UN.
Decision by UN, but it was mostly U.S. It was like 150 missiles and like 100.
Hey, look, man. Here's the way I look at it. All right, he's a fucking dictator, and they should have fucking killed him in the 80s. Reagan did not finish the job, and so somebody has to. All right, this dude is murdering his own fucking people. We need to get involved in some way, shape, or form. The only way we knew how, without actually physically putting ourselves in demand, is by firing fucking halos of fucking surface-to-air missiles at their airports and all of their fucking vehicles that could prevent or that could do damage to the civilians. The biggest portion when you are in the military is to protect from any and all civilian casualties. Period. Point blank. You allow civilians to get fucking killed, then you got to deal with the UN and the rest of the world, and that's something that we don't want to have to do with. All right. Now, I agree with the fact that that all the UN is doing this, but what I don't agree with is that we should send fucking ground troops in, not just like your normal army, but we need to send special forces in. We took Tripoli and the Marines in like 3 fucking days.
Dude, what are you talking about? We're spread so thin right now. We're in a huge debt.
I was about to say the same thing. That's an opinion and a shitty one. Here's the thing. Because man, we have problems at home. Home comes first. We have problems at home that we can't solve. We've never gotten anything good. We've never gotten anything historically good in mine or your lives by interfering in another country. It kept some people from dying, but ultimately, it's gotten us killed. Ultimately, there really has been nothing but just unending. There's never been a really good conclusion, like the end of World War II, to anything that we've started in mine or your lifetime. So keeping that trend going and doing the same thing and expecting a different result is really mindless. And he also did it without the consent of the Congress, which is a brand new, bold step that is crazy.
Here, I want to hear, Blaze. I want to hear from you, but I want to hear Watts because I haven't heard from him in a while because he hasn't. You know, what I'm saying, like, Watts. What do you think about all this right here?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the criticism for Bush for going into Iraq was that he kind of did it like on his own without like an international community backing him. But like here with Libya, I mean, Obama's just playing one role, with the United Nations going in and declaring they're going to protect these citizens. I mean, I really don't like the idea that we're being involved in so many different conflicts, especially with no clear end in sight for the ones most draining on our resources. But I mean, this is the way the United States has always portrayed itself, the way they've always acted. I mean, I don't really expect anything different to be going on just because there's a new president. I mean, this is what all presidents do. We're sort of like the world police. I mean, at least
America, fuck yeah.
All right, Blaze, man, Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just kind of funny. Like, why do we all of a sudden give a shit about Libya? Like, Egypt was killing their people when they were having their uprising. We didn't do nothing about that. And in Rwanda, Darfur, I mean, there's plenty of countries around the world where civilians are killed. We don't ever do anything there, but how come we all of a sudden care about Libya?
Our oil comes from Libya.
Ours doesn't. Europe does. I mean, Europe gets most of their oil from there. But either way, I mean, why are we trying to blow shit up over there? Like, how does it benefit us? I mean,
It
oil
gets
was
them out
coming
of
either
power,
way.
lowers the price of oil.
What, us taking Gaddafi out of power?
How's
Plus-
that lower the
plus
price
on
of
top
oil?
of that,
Because do we have a deal with these rebels?
I think we're supplying them. That's my honest opinion.
No, we have
The UN
openly backed them. We have openly backed them.
Yeah.
The thing is that the rebels requested UN interference. This
UN
small group
sucks.
of people requested UN interference. Hold on. And obviously we are a part of the UN. But
Well,
they
we need to
requested
split.
it
They
because
suck.
Gaddafi was taking more than extreme measures against the rebels that were trying to fight back. Most of them were trying to just not necessarily change much or anything, but most of them were trying to protect their little communities. And Gaddafi was like, fuck you guys, I want my shit. And so they were banding together under this same cause, but at the same time, it wasn't just those that were rebelling against him that were being harmed. Gaddafi was firing and acting upon his own people, upon civilians. So when you have civilians say, hey, UN, pay attention to us, we need help, the UN's gonna look. Just because
Look at these things that were going on in other countries. Like the
UN has never looked. They haven't done a dang thing. The only reason the UN's looking now is because countries like France, Italy, and England get their oil from Libya or whatever, and they were the ones who are voting on the UN Security Council. So the UN is not like this super good group. The UN is just a group of some other countries, and it's pretty much the most powerful countries that have the vote in it.
Granted, but have you ever heard of any sort of rebellion group like this, whether good or bad, calling upon UN assistance against the heavier force, the one that actually has
Yes,
the
in
military?
Darfur, where like millions got killed or whatever. People were pleading for the UN to come in and help, and we didn't do a thing. And people were slaughtered. It was
Look
genocide.
at the genocide that happened in Africa. I mean, look at the Tutsis.
Yeah, but no one cares about the African people down there because they ain't giving us no oil. It's all about money. It's sickening.
I have to agree there. I mean, and even with the oil, I mean, what did it matter if we would have stayed out of this conflict? I mean, would it, even though we condemned Gaddafi, would that really have mattered? I mean, in the global economy, he has to find ways to, sell his oil, which I also think is a bunch of bullshit because oil's expensive as fuck right now.
Yeah, we need to get off that oil tea anyway. Start developing some alternatives. That's what they need to be putting their money into.
I don't know. It's a strange tactic. I mean, it's not like we've put ground forces in there, but I mean, all he did was enforce a no-fly zone. All he did was fire some missiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people have used the same tactic. He's not expressed any want to go in and put ground forces on the floor.
This sets a precedence, though, for UN, too. What's to say that, us as American citizens, what if we get pissed off at our government and say, you know what, man, let's rise up and request that the UN say that the United States can't fly against its own people? You know what I'm saying?
But the UN can't do shit against the United States. Like we
No,
would
of
destroy
course
the
not.
UN, right? So-
We kind of... We supply them with everything, but I'm just using that as an example. I mean, what if other governments, want to do the same thing? It's not like, I mean, when you took that oath and I took that oath, when we swore in, I mean, it was to defend the Constitution against, against any opposition, foreign and domestic. So, I mean, they got permission to shoot us.
I'm gonna fly off the handle here into some conspiracy theory shit.
Sure.
So you want to have any validity? I don't know. Do your own research, whatever. I feel like the U.S. government in the global economy, in the global world, the U.S. is viewed as the world police. We dictate, we go in and we police these places. We enforce these people, and I feel, who really truly controls everything is, the economic system rule and everything, which is the Reserve and the World Bank, who loan money to these downtrodden countries. So what you have here is a way of destabilizing a country like Libya, who are going to, take over a regime. They're going to need new money to start that regime. And where they're going to get that money? They're going to borrow it from the World Bank, who, in turn, they will be in debt and, will be totally in debt to the World Bank, who will control them. So what you have here is a way, what we're trying to do, to me, looks like it's viewing, is that we're constantly trying to destabilize some of these countries, especially with interest of oil and such.
Yeah, they're trying to set up a puppet government who's going to be loyal to us, who's going to be like our little stooge.
Yeah. So,
my conspiracy theory, and this is where I kind of have I guess some agreement with you on this. I do see that we're trying to set up a kind of a friendly government with them, but also I think that and not to sit there and knock the people of Libya or anything like that, but I've never seen rebels give another country so much hassle. You know what I'm saying? Usually when a country has an uprising, it's usually calmed very quickly. And I'm not saying that Libya's government's shitty or that they're great or anything like that, because I just personally don't know. But they're having a hell of a time with these boys. I mean, they're having a hell of a fight with them. And what leads me to believe that we have some personal involvement, at least either on covert ops or black ops, or even having special forces in there, helping these guys, directing these guys. I think France and Germany too. And this whole big bombing is just for effect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a distraction to keep you in the East to see what the right hand's doing in the West. But that's just my opinion.
I don't see the benefit of this. I mean, what is it like? Obama is, months, getting close to that 2012 presidential run, and I think one of the things I was impressed with him is that he was able to stay out of this conflict for so long.
MasterWillz, hey baby, it's Hockey.
Oh, motherfucker!
Got a caller on the line. Everybody.
Hey, baby. I'm just calling in. I just heard y'all talking about Libya. I don't know nothing about them little pussy parts. But anyway, I was calling because I got a comment. I was looking at you boys online, and Rico, I see you the only one with a picture, baby.
That's right, sweet cheeks.
That's right, baby. I see you got your finger out. What you plan on doing with that, huh?
You want to see what I want to do with it, big boy?
Don't you slip out that little UFC glove and put it where it belongs, baby?
I put the whole thing. How much? Hey, man, I got a whole jar of Crisco over here for your ass, too, man.
Well, I don't need that. I'm going to wet looking at you, baby. I'm looking at your picture right now. I'm already moist and wet. Anyway, MasterWillz, is Libya a rapper or something? What the fuck y'all talking about? I just stopped in to pee right quick, and I thought I'd call in and say hi. And I checked online and see Rico with the big dick.
Shouts out to Hot Meat out there. Oh, God. I don't know what to
Sorry,
say.
Rick. I had to forward that email. I had to.
What email?
Anyway.
Secrets on air.
Oh, that email. Well. Hey, believe that is not the first time it's happened. My baby's mama did that to me. She sent my pictures of us in Tinder private moments to a gay guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. I got a phone call later on that night.
So let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this, Watts. Let me ask you this. With the 2012 election right around the corner,
yeah.
Do you think it's wise? What would have been the wise move for Obama? He's getting so much criticism from both parties. Was it wise to go in there and enforce a no-fly zone? Does it now look like just because he initiated that contact that the rebels must win, or else it's going to be a huge failure upon his legacy? I mean, where does this stand? What would you do? Do you think you would have personally went in knowing that this election year's around the corner? I think this was political suicide.
Well, I mean, I really had to imagine that from his perspective, he heavily calculated the pros and cons of either course of action, which would either be going in as part of, the coalition effort, or staying completely away and not doing anything. And obviously, he must have decided that it would be the best for him politically to go ahead and step in and do something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, either way, I think that's a pretty big decision to make, because either one, you could have just tremendous impact on your upcoming presidential bid, your legacy.
You think he knew what he was doing? Like everybody that's giving him shit, they don't. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you don't get that highly involved with politics to go all the way to being the president without having a plan of attack, without without creating every step of your plan and following it through every single step of the way. I mean, I don't think there's anything he does that he doesn't calculate. I mean, I just don't think you get to that high level of politics without being a pretty calculating person.
Yeah, I kind of think that's a bad calculation, though, because, I mean, I think he's trying too hard to please everybody, to be, like, in the middle ground. And, first of all, he ain't going to please any of the Republicans. They're kind of criticizing no matter what. They're criticizing him for starting a war or something when, their guy did that for 8 years. So they're hypocritical. So he's not going to get any of their support. And then he's pissing off all the left-wing people because most of them are anti-war. And there's a lot of Democrats that are pissed off about the stuff he's doing because he's not living up to his campaign promises. So I think he's trying too hard to please everybody. He needs to just pick his side, pretty much the people that elected him, and he needs to do what they wanted him to do. Otherwise, he ain't going to win.
Dude, took the words out of my mouth. If he would learn to do something as simple as just focusing on keeping the promises that he made to the people during his campaign, if he would just do that, that'd be, a political revelation for the man. He literally does the opposite of some of the things that he said.
I don't know. He also always said that he would never play like hard, left versus right paradigm politics. He said he would try to be a uniter and try not to polarize the country. And I mean, to some extent, I think it shows a lot of character when you're willing to decide that it's better to move as close as you can, realistically towards your goals, as opposed to taking a hardline stance and deciding that if you're not going to get all you want, you're not going to take any of it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, lots of big decisions. I'm sure he's this is at least what he thinks is going to be the best for either his current immediate political situation or his legacy once he's out of office and people are looking back at what he's done and how he operated.
I think this is what I hope and pray. I hope and pray and that there's a new that the old regime of politics will die off. These old people in politics running things will die off. This new regime comes in and takes over, and they operate on the motive of creating a society that helps and benefits itself. And I feel like Obama coming in, he can't do everything that he wants to do, just because both sides, it just blows my mind how strongly both sides, Republican and Democrat, are totally trying to push their agenda. Right now, I more feel that Republicans are trying to push their agenda, definitely to prove a point. They're willing to slash tons of teacher, education, slash an education market budget, just to push their agenda, to cut unions down, just to push their agenda, and not thinking about, hey, we're getting rid of jobs here. We're getting rid of teachers' jobs. Like, to cut sectors, why cut teachers' jobs, Why can they not bend on a budget? So listen to the president's address. He proposed a budget. The Democrats refuted it, or the Republicans refuted it in the House of Representatives. So they come back, and the Democrats say, look, we'll bend with you. Here, let's give us 50% of your concessions. And they said, no, we want 100%. And it's that battle that never gets anything done. So budget never comes out. Nothing ever gets done. When is this whole mentality between red and blue die off and people start thinking about America?
It's just a distraction, because the differences between the two parties are so minimal. It's just a distraction to keep people distracted from the real problems, which neither party ever will address.
It's all about filibustering.
Exactly, and it all comes down to the fruit that you produce as a country. If you eat more fruit from other countries than you produce for yourself and your own, then you're going backwards. And we've lived like that for the last however many years, and we need to focus on what we produce here at home to be able to be self-sufficient more and lean on others less.
Oh, it's hard to say that. I want to, think U.S., think this government, but everything's moving towards global. Everything's affected globally. Our economy is always affected globally. But from a business sense, people are always looking to cut corners. But
that's the problem with America. America is a fat, lazy bitch that has a remote control in her hand, and she needs to get her ass off the fucking couch and exercise. Quote, Rick O, unquote.
Well, I mean...
But I like my bonbons.
I like my money. Who doesn't like money?
Yeah. It's too easy for us to get outsourced. That's why those big fat cats are making all that money off of us, and they trick us into squabbling and quibbling about little shit the whole time they're selling our jobs overseas.
Yep. I don't know.
Which is globalism, like you said. It's the wave of the future.
I mean, globalism, it's a necessary evil, or, I
don't know. You look at the big picture, it's probably better for some other countries. The standard of life is pretty low in most other countries around the world, so it's bad for us, it's good for someone in India, so who knows.
Very true.
My name is Logan, and I have a job because of the Americans outsourcing. Thank you, America, especially Dell Computers.
Thank you, Peggy.
Shit, that's where I want to move. I want to move to Asia. Live dirt cheap.
Oh, yeah. I just want to move to Asia because my cock looks so much bigger in their small hands.
Oh my god.
He's a cockzilla!
Oh my god.
What?
That's a funny subject you talk about, I always wondered that. If I were to go to Asia, would they be like, that has to have a monster penis,
That's what when I
step up once you just hit the Asian soil,
Look, man, when I came off of off of that Hercules C-130 into fucking Okinawa, the first thing I looked at was, and there was a fence full of Japanese.
Wait. You cut out there, dude. The first thing you looked at was a dick?
Yeah, my own.
What?
In an Asian woman's hand. I was like, right on, brother man.
Cyber, cut that and use it out of context later.
Oh, he's totally cutting that.
Over and over.
I come off of when I was in the Marines, and I got on to Okinawa, which is the Air Force base there on Okinawa. I was doing voice over IP communications. It was practically new back then, and the first thing I was told when I was in Camp Pendleton was that when you go over to Japan, they love you, and don't get married. It was the second thing that they said. They love American soldiers, and you will end up with a mama-san on your side. I thought they was bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? So I come up off the fucking plane, and I grab my sea bag, and I'm heading up towards the gates, and all I see is signs saying I love America, I love American soldiers, go Marines, stuff like that. And and I thought this was like, holy shit, they weren't lying. These ladies love some American man meat. It's all about American man gravy. It's the thing we do best. We fuck everybody. Americans been good at fucking for over 200 years.
Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up our show. We've been on way over. Great stuff tonight. Shouts out to ZNUFF Star. Shouts out to It's BM Radio, itzbmradio.com. Shout out to all my co-hosts tonight, Leffy, Rico, Blaze One, DJ Watts, DB is a full cast tonight. And definitely check out the podcast in our section. Check out our blogs. And tomorrow night we have the final round, which has been on fire lately. If you missed it, the last show was incredible. We had John Doomsday Howard on the line, a UFC veteran and star, MMA veteran and star on the line. Great interview there. And we just been going hard at it, hard in the paint, giving you your sports feel and your MMA feel. Shouts out to my boy John Jones doing his thing. Definitely.
Beat down.
And so if you're a big MMA fan, man, tune in tomorrow because we're going to get into that all in depth. God, I'm so excited, man. You know how hyped I am. Final round, 9 to 11, every Thursday night. So hit us up tomorrow on that. Shouts out to DJ Rocco and DJ Lieutenant Dan. Check out their show, Technology Radio. You can tune into their show before our show. It's on 2bigtv.com, Technology Radio, 7 p.m. Before I go, I'm going to get some shout outs. And I'm going to go ahead and start with DB because he had his own little shout out to give there. DB, yo.
Yo, man, this goes out to all artists out there in the game that are trying to come from the flyers on the street to handing out the CDs to up in the game, like the guy we had on tonight, ZNUFF Stars, got his promo game up. Go to eventlevel.com. Look at the picture that says, get your promo game up, and do so. Definitely get it in. Contact DB at eventlevel.com, MasterWillz at eventlevel.com, support at eventlevel.com, any of those for further information.
Word up, that's real talk right there. Blaze One.
Shout out to Ragamuffin. He'll be back next week, hopefully, or tomorrow. Miss you.
Wow. Mad love for Ragamuffin. It's awesome. DJ Watts.
I'd like to give a shout out to our boy Dog Deep Freeze. I haven't spoken to him in a minute, so I'm just giving him a shout out.
Hey, shout out to Deep Freeze. He's been going hard on the final round show too. Right now, the dude's in the Philippines on vacation, man.
Uh-oh.
What is he doing there, man?
You know what he's doing over
He
there.
didn't take us?
Asian massage.
12-year-old prostitute boy.
Oh.
I heard Michael Jackson was a big travel to the Philippines back in the day. Anyway, I don't know, dude. Like he went there. He said a nice hotel out there was like $12 a day.
Oh,
so he's pimping with
like
his big
game.
American bucks in the Philippines. And knowing Deep Freeze, I'm sure he's got some little Filipino girls running around him right now.
Lady boys.
He's having that Asian American effect that Rico was talking about here lately. Just a while ago. Shouts out to Deep Freeze. Leffy, you got some shout outs?
Yeah, that's what's in my head right now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Everybody at Hatchet Radio, everybody at eventlevel.com, the entirety of the Indie Republic Network, everybody. Thank you.
Shouts out to everybody. Thank you, Rick. Oh, what up? You next up on
the shout out list? Hold on, man. I got a list of shout outs. First and foremost, I want to give it up to ZNUFF Star for coming on tonight, man. It was an absolute amazing interview. I'm sorry I didn't get involved with it as much. Usually I don't get involved in hip hop artist interviews just because I don't know much about the hip hop artists, but they sound good and I'm always satisfied. So every interview we have just gets better and better each week. Want to give it up to everybody on the Indie Republic Network, everybody at HatchetRadio.com. It's being syndicated right there right now, and it will also be on tomorrow night. That is right. Tomorrow night we will be broadcasting the podcast on Hatchet Radio right before the final round. So if you guys want to tune in over there, if you missed out or if you just caught the tail end of the show, tune in over there. We'll have it up there. I also want to get up to my boy DMX, who's in the Arizona State Penitentiary right now. I feel bad for him because the last interview I saw, he looked really, really rough and was talking about quitting rapping and going to be a preacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be starting doing the Holy Roller thing. Hey, man, Arizona, quit being a bunch of punk bitches and let the X-Man out, man. Seriously. He didn't do anything wrong. He just has some weed on him.
Damn.
And a gun.
MasterWillz.com.
Yeah, definitely, man. I don't know how I can follow that. Shouts out to DMX, dude. Doing a big Rough Riders. What you know about that Rough Riders, DB? That's what I thought, man. Stop. Drop. Shut them down. Open up shop.
I know about that.
Hey, shouts out to fucking Blockstars Entertainment. Shouts out to Beat Killers. Shouts out to Patterson, New Jersey. And shouts out to ZNUFF Star. Check them out. Google them. Go to ZNUFFstar.com. Check out him up on Twitter at I am ZNUFFstar. That's ZNUFFSTARR. Fucking incredible artist. He does it all. Videos, produces, musics. He fucks with rock artists. He fucks with all sorts of music, and it shows, man. He's just such an eclectic artist. He's got such a mix. So refreshing to have any artist out here like him, like that, doing his thing and showing his love to the whole community. To all you all, check me out tomorrow. The final round on the main event, our sports show. Hit us up on that. We're gonna have Sinister One coming all the way home from Boston, Massachusetts. Check us out next week. Every week, 8 o'clock on the main event on Wednesdays. And shouts out to all you in the chat rooms that came in, called in, supported these indie artists. We're going to be doing this every week, and we're going hard in the paint. Come to eventlevel.com, log in, join up, sign up, browse, dude. I got everything to entertain you, from music, videos, games, everything. We're going hard here at main event. Hit us up. We're on Twitter at MasterWillz. Hit me up, email MasterWillz@eventlevel.com. Till next time, keep it real, man.
Big ups to Pimp Camp. It's going to be our newest artist on the EP line. I think we have a song of him on the way out. Is that right, Will?
Pimp Camp. Big shouts out to Pimp Camp. But anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. We've been on here pretty long. Until next time, man, this is MasterWillz with the main event, eventlevel.com.
Join eventlevel.com, and together we can rule the galaxy. You're tuned into the main event. Keep that browser locked.
Eventlevel.com. PatchitRadio.com.
J-double-D-Y, good puffs, and G, don't you be the man with the good stuff, daddy, good puffs, won't you please take me along with you and give me what I need. J-double-D-Y, good puffs, set them puffs for me.
Poppy Chulo, I call it Charlie, you know, Daddy Good Puff. I guess Daddy got that good stuff. I'm like Lenny Kravitz in every flick. I'm aircrafted, slanted eyes, it's easy to tell when Daniel hot. Besides, can't nothing fuck with a Dutch. But if you want another one to runner-ups, I'll be M.O. My job's info, make sure they him pro. Even I'm off my style, fresher than Mentos. Ill as memento, they say Charlie kills the brain before as long as I can hold it in, I'm killing my brain. It's suicide, but with like 2 to 5 blunts, but with just you and I, that's beautiful stuff. Redheads, purple haze, blueberry pears, blueberry shares with me. Who barely dares to speak unless your troop carries weed. It's a scary thing how much I adore weed. Me or more, we need more trees. So that's my story when I'm an old man. For ills with more than a whole gram. Give it a program. Me and we go hand in hand when I pick it apart. Conserving is the trickiest part.
J-double-D-Y, good puffs, and G, don't you be the man with the good stuff, daddy, good puffs, won't you please take me along with you and give me what